timeline may have just collapsed. In December 2024, Google unveiled something called the Willow chip, a 105-qubit quantum processor that marked a major leap forward, not just in scale, but also in stability. You see, the biggest hurdle in quantum computing is errors. Qubits are incredibly fragile. The moment they interact with their environment, they lose their quantum state. This is called coherence, and it's been the single biggest obstacle to building useful quantum computers. For years, adding more qubits just
Interesting stuff on Gucci Boy. What's going on, everybody? It's your fair bear, California Bear. I am back. Turn on this fan for a minute. Today is Sunday, May 17th. It is 68 degrees. Kind of windy outside a little bit, sunny. What's up, buddy? You want to lay here or you want to lay over here? Okay. Been gone for a while. Just not been feeling it. So I thought, what the heck? I'll do a live stream today. It's Sunday. Um, no topic, as always. Oh boy. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Oh, excuse me, boy. Nobody on. Anyways, just I had a little bit of everything today. Just watching some YouTube on quantum computing. It's really interesting stuff to me. It's kind of nerdy tech stuff, but it's interesting to me because that's the future. I'm trying to understand it a little bit more. Um, if you get a concept of what quantum mechanic is, then it kind of falls into quantum computing. Can't even say it properly, guys. How you doing? Two people on. Thank you for stopping by. How you doing? Happy Sunday from San Diego, California. Just here, just watching some YouTube, messing around here. Just checking out my my Facebook, as I got a good one right now. Dude, I troll people without wanting to troll people. I swear to God, dude, it's fucking hilarious, man. This shit started like 2 days ago, dude. 2 days ago, I joined a new group on my Facebook, right? And it's actually the city of Lemon Grove, which is the community right next to me. I'm in the community of Encanto, San Diego, California, and then then there's Lemon Grove, which is still part of San Diego County, but it's its own little city, Lemon Grove, which is what we call the beginning of East County. But they were like we're sister, neighborhood cities, whatever, communities, because we're right next door. I mean, the road divides us basically. When I walk down the road. Long story short, this is this page in Facebook that relates to the community and stuff, and it puts updates. People can put updates on there. What business is opening up, what's going on in the community, crimes a lot of times and stuff. The neighborhood's gotten kind of rough over there. And some of these people aren't used to it. So I read the comments and stuff, the ignorant comments and stuff, whatever, and I don't really react to them, because these people are serious, whatever. I mean, I understand that, they're a little frazzled, freaked out or whatever and stuff, whatever. So I would understand. So the other day, I guess there was a helicopter, because there is, this helicopters go around here, right? Over my neighborhood, down that way, back behind that way in the south area, or to the east from us, which is Lemon Grove, in the College Grove area. So I was reading these comments that they were like talking, what was it saying? And some person actually said, this is what it said word for word about they're looking for a child, 13 years old, yada, yada, yada. If you see him, please contact the sheriff's department, so on, so on. He said the whole word for word. I mean, some people are saying, they come from Encanto, they know they're from over there, and they're chasing them over here, and which is really not true a lot of times. They actually come from other neighborhoods. Not saying that my neighborhood's like the best. I'm just saying they come from other neighborhoods, and they usually dump the cars here because we live around these big canyons. So these people that are familiar with this area, they'll just, it's happened before. There was some person that just jumped out of their car and just started running, I guess, and the car just coasted in front of my house and hit my neighbor's wife's car. That's how she got a new car out of it, by the way. How you doing, Sylvia? How you doing, Space? I can't even pronounce that. I'll just call you Space. Spaceman. How you doing? So, and they run through the canyons and stuff. So they have to get a helicopter, and just like circle around. Long story short, there's somebody complaining like, "Oh my God, they're making so much noise," and blah 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 blah. And all I just said in the comment was, you can just ignore it. Meaning, do whatever, shut the windows, the doors, turn up your TV up, something, put on earphones, something. Just ignore it. Use your imagination. But that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I like this group, because all these people, Karens and Kens, just complain about little freaking things, And I was just talking to somebody else that I met at the bus stop the other day, and we're talking about that specific thing. And he's like, yeah, some people, a lot of times they complain about the homeless, you know. Um, and then and she said, I wish it would leave more. Yeah, I know. Well, they usually do. It's just usually when people start complaining a lot, that's when they'll just tell the homeless to just move it along, and they'll move along to another area and just like be more secluded, because there was a guy above like the bridge by the side of the freeway instead of just being on the curb. Anyways, out of sight, out of mind, right? So as I said, that's like these people just that's all they do is just complain about little nit, complain about some helicopter that's always noisy. So when I said that, that triggered this person to just like right away. So it's been going on for a couple of days, It's like, and she's trying to get like real cute and insulting in some way, but I'm just keeping it cool. I'm like, hey, I was like, I'm not gonna lower myself to any like standard, I got her by the hook, and it just, it bothers the shit out of this person. So, anyways, this is what it said. It was a person that said, "You have reached the San Diego County Sheriff's Office's automatic helicopter announcement system. If you have an emergency, call 911. Public announcement: Lemon Grove, the Sheriff's Office is looking for a missing Hispanic male, Juby, by the name of such and such. He was last seen about 4 hours ago at the Lemon Grove Academy, which is the middle school down in town. We are searching for an approximately 13-year-old, such and such." Okay. Well, this person, which I don't want to give her name, so just we'll call her Miss whatever, right? And then she quotes, she tagged that person. Yeah, but we don't shouldn't have to do all that if we're supposed to be in our homes making dinner, or better yet, going to be in the bathroom. I am not saying that you're saying is wrong, but it's extra for us to be doing all that. What the hell is that, dude? Where the hell did that come from? Who is she? She's answering to the person that just said what was said on the helicopter. So I just said they just ignore it. That's all I said. They just ignore it. 2 days ago I said that. Then comes back, tag me in it, or don't comment on my post if you don't care for it. Ha 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 ha. I live in the street with a bunch of kids. Yeah, let me ignore it. when the lights are flashing all over my backyard and the neighbors? So I answered with a ha ha ha. That's all I answered with. I didn't response. I just laughed it off. So then she answered again with tagging me. Why are you even in our group? It's the question. Ha 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 ha. That was a day ago. So I answered. And I tagged the person because of people like you. It's entertaining. Ha 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 ha. So that person had to reply again. Tag me. You mean you? Meaning me. Because ain't no one here said anything funny. That was 4 hours ago. So I saw my phone. I saw that was a response. So I clicked on it. So it was this person again. Okay. And I didn't say nothing. Like I said, there was another response to that response. Yet you are in my problem. Yet you are the problem. So if you being concerned with our neighborhood makes you laugh, we would love to see you leave town. I answered with another laugh. And this time I tagged the person and said, problem with a question mark? It seems like the internet is your problem. And no, I'm not going anywhere. You are too entertaining to leave now. Which is true. Well, it's damn true. That was 33 minutes ago. Does she respond? Oh, yeah. She responded with a ha 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 ha. And then a reply with my tagging, my name in it. You are freaking weird. Yes, you have a problem. Came on my post to do what? Or even you are, who even are you? And are you asking me if I'm entertainment, or are you telling me you have need to learn to speak proper grammar? This is what she wrote. She says, I gotta learn how to speak proper grammar. Who even are you? And are you asking me if I am entertaining? Or are you telling me you have to need to learn to speak proper grammar? Who did you get that internet is my problem out of the helicopter post? Love how you are to dictate my life and social life. Just a PSA for you. I'm a mom of 3. Oh my God. I could care less about my phone. I put it on silent because I don't like talking to people. I'd rather be outdoors with my family than sit here and teach people like you English. Oh, I guess she's going by my name. That I need to learn how to speak English now. Now she's, you know how this is turning out. Enjoy the day you deserve. I don't want to make you look and feel stupid. I am not a very nice person. But I am in a good mood. I would rather not spend my time talking to you. So enjoy whatever it is that you are trying to do. No one cares about you. Kiss, kiss. I reported with a laugh. That was, I think his name was Hubert or something like that. It was an Eddie Murphy gift. Now she responded 20 minutes. You know, you should give this energy to your wife and kid. And I'm sure she doesn't want you to give me today's attention unless you want me to tell her. Just how to reply to that person. Ooh, she's gonna tell my wife. Little does she know my wife reads everything. Here, speaking of the devil, she just sent a message. I'm sure she's reading it right now. Are you reading the comments? ¿Qué? ¿Se te prendió la idea de hacer puros tacos o qué? ¿Se te prendió la idea de hacer puros tacos? Más fácil para decir comérselos, ¿no?
No,
Los,
y
los...
no tenía para hacer salsa. Y acá dije, ¿sabes qué? Saqué los chorizos y corté, tenía 6 papas las pum, y luego tenía poquitos frijoles, los metí en la licuadora y los eché en la olla. ¡Ey, tan buenos! Pero como no podías meter comida, estaba acá escondidas así. Yo estaba allí, ¿qué quisieran? Duré una hora ahí comiendo y que, órale, ya terminaron y... todavía queda así que, pues no, ni madre, yo ya estaba ahí. Yo no voy a ir otra vez para allá.
Got a lot of foot traffic around here.
Era mi camarada. Bueno, iban a llevar a comer. Era amigo de...
Google demonstrated a benchmark designed to test whether a quantum system could reduce errors as it scales. The task itself, it's known as a random circuit sampling problem, essentially generating and verifying patterns that are extremely hard for classical computers to simulate. It's by no means useful in the real world, but it's one of the best ways to measure raw quantum capability. And really didn't just pass the test, showed that as the system grew larger, error rate actually improved. And that's something we have never seen before. It means that we may have crossed the threshold from
So it was this lady's make my day content today, dude. Just sitting here.
start becoming reliable. The benchmark took Willow
I do. I know the type, dude. She can't just sit there, dude. Just like, you know, she's trying to get one over. I had one like that a couple weeks ago or last month. These people get all riled up, dude, and stuff like that. I'm not even trying to do it, dude. I was just trying to say, hey, man. But she's proving my point. She just can't ignore it, dude. She just can't ignore it. So the insults already started. They're subtle now, dude. So now she involved the wife and the child. You know, or do I want her? Jesus, dude. People on the internet. So what's gonna be next? Is it gonna be full on insults, or she's gonna play the victim? I call she's gonna play the victim, or it's gonna be threats. What do you think, guys? Hunter, how you doing, buddy? That's all right, buddy. I put myself on grounding too. I've been gone a week, so you didn't miss much. I just came back. I did one live stream and a couple of those shorts. You didn't miss much. I wasn't feeling well. My back was acting up real bad. Today was not too bad today. Actually, I woke up all right. I slept a lot the last couple of days. I've slept a lot. Rested. And actually, it's been like not induced by my medication or anything. It's just been just like the lack of like sleep. It adds up as you get older. It adds up, and just kind of like it's time you owe. You know what I mean? It's like overtime you built up to sleep. So I kind of did during the days, the last couple of days. This morning I woke up close to midnight. I think it was around midnight, or it was maybe 11, and not too hungry or nothing. But I stayed up and started watching YouTube. Tried getting on Kick, and I couldn't really get anything on here. So I just stayed up, just messing around on my phone and everything. 100% now. All right, let me turn it up bright. I don't know. Keep turning it down to save battery, but I don't want that. And then fell back to sleep. I don't know what time it was. I woke up around 8:30 in the morning. So I've been good. So I feel better. Well, I hope you're not in trouble anymore. But just kind of catch up with my dad here and watching YouTube on quantum computing, and then just yapping about people online,
2025,
people
Microsoft
on
made
on
its own
Facebook.
move.
Just
The major on a different bet on the same
anyway, so
problem that Google was trying to solve.
you know,
Microsoft
so you're trying not to really,
design called
you're trying not to troll people, dude, but you kind of do without really wanting to do it. You know, it's just
more stable than
the
ones
person
used by
himself. You
Google.
know, it's
This
funny.
is significant for one big reason. The industry is now beginning to compete on its architectures, and that means better designed quantum computers. Now, IBM has publicly committed to a roadmap for a more efficient kind of quantum system by the end of the decade. Fault-tolerant quantum systems. These are systems that produce concrete results without being obstructed by errors. And
It's
the
early in the
race
morning over
this
there.
process isn't
What
just
time is it?
starting. China is taking this even more seriously than the West has acknowledged. With $15
I think
billion
it's like
in
5:42 in the morning right now.
milestones, there's a
I don't think it's 6
geopolitical
yet.
race brewing for the future
I
of
forget
computing.
when they change the
AI
time.
poses
They
an
don't change
impressive
time over
risk, but
there.
it doesn't break encryption.
They don't do daylight
Quantum
savings
is
over
the
there.
only technology whose progress is simultaneously
Oh yeah, yeah.
creating an existential threat to all the digital infrastructure that we have. Now that companies are actually scaling,
3 minutes later, she answered again.
there's still one thing lingering on everyone's minds. What exactly is being built, and what will it break first? Over the past 70 years, we've built our society on a specific kind of math.
Oh.
Trust, money, privacy, and power are tied to something that is on the brink of being dismantled. Yet the entire public doesn't even seem to know that this terrifying future is a possibility. If we can't even admit that the problem exists, how do we begin to confront it?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Last time I had something like that, this lady was just trying to give me like a lesson. Dude, she got all pissed off, dude. I remember, what did I ask her?
that our current encryption system is designed on.
The subject had nothing to do with the Bible
Imagine you are
either.
in charge of the biggest intelligence agency on Earth. Congratulations for your
It had to
promotion.
do
This means you
something
get a virtually unlimited budget, unlimited
along the
time.
subject of that. I
Every
don't get started.
supercomputer you can get your hands on today.
And all I asked this lady, she was like, not preaching. She was just like really like telling people, "No, no, 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 this and that." And all I asked is, do you know where the Bible originated from? That's all I asked. And she went on this tangent like, "Oh, don't you come with this energy and this da, da, da. I read too many books. I read all this stuff and I'm well versed and da da da." And all the, just starts telling me everything she knows and how she knows about it. That she's got no time to waste on me and everything. Okay, no problem. You know, it's like I just asked a question. She still didn't answer it. I mean, that's all I would just say. I'm like, you still haven't answered my question. That's all I asked. I'm not arguing about what you know or don't know. I just asked a question. You know, she probably thought it was a gotcha kind of question. I don't know, dude. Just some people are just so wound up so tight in their beliefs or thoughts or whatever's going on in their day. Just like this young lady right here, you know. Dude, look at her responses, man. It's like, Jesus, lady. But I'm just like, I'm trying to prove a point, and that's what I'm going to tell this person. Dude, I'm just like that helicopter. I'm just like that helicopter. And you've already said, you put your phone down, you put it on silence, so you don't have to answer me. You just ignore me. Or better yet, you can block me. But I'm going to let them figure it out. Because this other lady, that's what she did. She went ahead and blocked me finally. Because if you're going to continue it with tagging me in and stuff, then I'm going to tag you back and answer you back. But I'm not going to fight or argue or you know, whatever. I'm just going to answer back, answer back, answer back, answer back, answer back. Keep on going. You're not going to get the last word, you know? Even if I have to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I'll get the last word. And it annoys a lot of people. It annoys a lot of people. Even when they're right. They can't take not being right and not having the last word. It's the strangest thing, guys. anyways Anybody else on? I got 6 likes. Thank you, by the way, everybody. What's up, Gucci? Nobody there. Who are you barking at? Come here. Hey, say hi. Say hi. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Come on, cuddle buddy. This is my 11-year-old Chihuahua. He's starting to be a little bit more cuddly and stuff lately. Oh, what? Okay, okay, okay. What? You want to go outside? Oh, okay, 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 okay. Anyways, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? Where's Sick Grandpa? Quantum Mechanics. That is kind of cool, though. I like watching these things, but I gotta sit down and like pay attention. What does that say about me, though? Honestly, I know everybody's going, well, what does that say about you? Me? It's a fucking game, dude. Like I said, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. Just like YouTube, you know. I don't like doing this on YouTube though. My channel is kind of like whatever. Like sometimes I entertain the trolls. I play around with them, whatever. You know, it's like some get really mean or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's like yeah. But the ones that are just being fun or whatever, I understand that. It's kind of cool, whatever. I don't mind. You know. But this lady, man, it's like, dude, she's got issues. You know, it's sad. It's starting to show. So I'm not trying to provoke anything else. I'm just trying to prove a point. Just like I said, she just went on a tangent. Well, why do we have to do all that? You should be at home. Lady, dude, what you do is just ignore the helicopter. It's gonna be gone. She's a mother of 3. Maybe a single mother. I don't know. She didn't say that, but I'm almost assuming that's what it is. Who knows? I did a new short, by the way, guys. Do me a favor, guys. Go to my channel. You see my new short. Give it a like if you don't. Or a like. Biggie Smalls. I was in Biggie Smalls when I walked down the street to get my my ghost. And then I did hashtags on there. See if I can get some more subscribers, viral. Anyways, it works sometimes, I got a comment on it. Somebody else saying anything? Okay. So, back on the subject about being too unhealthy or not healthy enough or donating plasma as a diabetic. We'll leave that at that, guys. The difference between the place right here that I went to before to the place that I went after, it's like night and day. And you can tell, and it's so funny because the location has nothing to do with it. It doesn't, but you can tell by the donors that go there which one, and the kind of the standard that they kind of hold. So it's kind of like donating at a Walmart and then donate at a Target, if I can kind of give that scenario. And that's how you're treated, and that's how I was made. That's how she made me feel when I left, and I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was. It was totally like she just judged me by what I looked like. She eyed me up and down, my tattoos, how I was dressed, whatever. Because she asked, "What's the stick for?" I don't know. I had a stroke. That's why I need a stick. No, I said I have a bad back, which is true, and a bad knee. So it helps me, especially when I have to stand in line, like I did today for 2 hours. I can stand in line, just like hold it up, like props me up, and helps me to brace myself. That way I don't have to lean on something. Because leaning on something, you can't always lean on something, and it even hurts even more sometimes. That way, if I have 3-point stance like this, I'm braced, really. You know, and that's those walking sticks, and they help for walking. Actually, they help me get that extra edge, especially when I start walking distances. When my hips start hurting and stuff, or start beyond hurting, and they start really getting all wobbly. But anyways, and then going up the hills, especially at the end here, this hill, man. Anyways, yeah, dude, it's like I went to the other place, no problem, dude. They were more concerned that I wasn't on something, that I wasn't drinking, smelled like alcohol, didn't smell like weed. Especially when they did the physical, yeah, the guy was really checking my eyes, and making sure that my reflexes when I was walking, I wasn't all when I walk without my stick, I put my stick there and I walk, across the room, and he checked my eyes, make sure they're pupils. He checked my pupils, make sure they're reacting to light, they're dilating and stuff and everything. Oh yeah, you're good. So he knew I was on the up and up. And the only thing was it was real cold, and it was a strong process. Like it seemed like mine took extra long. The needle kind of bothered me a little bit. They found it right away, but it wasn't in there, and I had to wiggle it around a couple times because the flow was slowing down. But somebody gave me a hint, said drink a lot of water next time, and I will. I'll show up an extra hour early or something, and make sure I get a pint of water and just start drinking it out. Because I drank orange juice, so my blood sugar wouldn't go down, but it was fine. I had no issues. Didn't even feel weak or nothing. Just my back, man. Just from being sitting there for so long. Because there's people that still weren't sitting down. They're out there waiting, and then they would get called back, and then they're gone with them no problem. This lady came in afterwards, way after me, and then she got checked out right before me. They went to her. I'm like, oh, my back. It was a little funny because I was like, you're in these back like this, so everything was right on my vertebrae in the bottom, and I started kind of and I couldn't move my arm to kind of prop myself up. Like I said, this is my good side, my strong side where I could grab myself, but this is my weak side from my stroke. So that's not really going to do anything. So I couldn't really hold myself because this arm was, because the needle was right here, so it was there's a long ass needle to it. So I was in there, so I was I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't bend my arm. So I'm kind of wiggling. And I guess the lady across from me said, oh, he's having a stroke, or said something. And then all of a sudden, one of the young girls, the ladies were she started holding me down. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to move. I said, my back's uncomfortable. Oh, you're uncomfortable? Yeah. Because I've been laying here for over an hour and something, my back, I got a bad back and it hurts. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were having a stroke. My husband, epileptic, he has strokes. And I said, that's fine, I appreciate it, lady. I mean, good looking out, it's just my back and I got to move. And I can't grab myself to bring myself up, so I was wiggling, So I guess she thought I was having I was having a stroke. I mean, epileptic. I was having a seizure. Excuse me. God, no, I don't want to have a stroke, dude. That's no fun. Even when you have another one, they won't fucking believe you when you go to the hospital. They proved that again. Damn hospital. Oh yeah, whenever you feel like that, come show up. Don't hesitate. Don't take so long like last time. I show up. Whatever, man. I don't get on that shit. I don't want to sound like Heidi. Good old Heidi, dude. God bless her. She's got spirit. I'll tell you that, dude. She has spirit. Did you have a live stream lately? This one I saw last.
BKB returns to its UK roots with a triple world title card live from the AO Arena in Manchester, a city known for its loyal footballing fan base and an insatiable thirst for all things combat sports. BKB 54, Mayhem in Manchester starts right now.
What do we want to talk about, guys? Do we want to talk about layoffs and shit? I don't want to. I want to check out Tether. Stable coins. Oh, they showed the fight on Nate Diaz. It wasn't even a fight, dude. He just went there to collect a paycheck, dude. Nate Diaz just was getting fucking. He was a human like punching bag.
One-to-one to real-world currency, usually the US dollar. So one
stable coins. That's what we want to talk about. That's what I'm looking into right now. I've held them before, and I cashed them out. I shouldn't have, but I bought some crypto with it.
To send money, to buy something, or even to hold value, you don't always want price swings or volatility. Stablecoins are like the digital version of cash, but faster, more flexible, and available 24/7. They often help people enter into.
So, okay, what she said. Stablecoins are like cash. They back up the US dollar. All right. So you have a crypto coin that's 1-to-1 to a dollar, right? So the most common one is the UCSD. I messed that up. I'm sorry. I got my here. The USDC. All right. The United States digital currency, I guess, or dollar currency. I don't know what it stands for, honestly. Ooh. But anyways, I held it, and it stays at $1. Right now, it's 0.9996, which is $1 basically. It never really, it just goes up and down, but it stays there. And right, and it's a stable coin. Y acabo de comer de esto. Thank you. Me hice dos. Thank you, por eso te dije. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know. There you go. Ponle mucho pimienta en Tabasco. Era mi favorito comer en el Soup Plantation. ¿Te acuerdas del Soup Plantation?
Yeah.
I miss that place. Ahí siempre comía ahí en la... Cuando vivía allá, no, Oceanside, ahí comía 2-3 de la semana. Me gustaba agarrar mi... O si no, tenían de ese del mes. Tenían especiales sopas o ensalada. En el fall tenían turkey pot pie. Oh, those were the best soups too. Turkey pot pie. It was like a estilo de pot pie, pero de turkey. So it was like eating little pot pies. La sopa. Anyways, stable coins. So what it is, it's a faster currency. And I've seen the difference now, guys. So when you transfer money from one thing, okay, for example, I don't like using my regular bank accounts. So what I do, I funnel my money. Yeah, I don't want to say funnel, but I send my money to a different. I'll either have PayPal. By the way, I have a PayPal link on my link on my channel. If you want to donate, more than happy, please. Thank you, it's appreciated. Anyways, I have Venmo. I got a Cash App. I love Cash App, actually. It's so handy. I still don't use the phone because I'm like paranoid, but I have the cards. I just tap the card or put it in, and then it rounds up whatever change I get. It rounds up, and then I selected crypto, so I get Bitcoin. People can also pay you by those cards, with the scanner cards. They can pay you in crypto also, in Bitcoin. PayPal has different kinds of crypto they can pay you in. Venmo, I don't know. I was trying to set it up. Something happened. I called them up. I'm like, they're weird, man. They're like really weird while answering questions. So I just left it alone. But it's something I wish that I could resolve because I wouldn't mind getting paid in crypto. Cash App, whenever you get it, it's valued real low. So it's around $2,000 difference. It's always on the low. So right now, let's say, um, right now, Bitcoin's I think 78,000 something. So I think when I got it was at 76,000. But whatever, it stays there. I think if it goes up in value, it's going to go up or down. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't had it long enough. Yeah, 78 something, 78 one. But yeah, stable coins, man. And it's a lot faster. Well, anyways, so when you pay from one card to another one, it usually takes a couple minutes, sometimes half a minute. These things are instant. They're like not even seconds, they're milliseconds. So as soon as you press send, it's like it's there already. That's what this crypto old thing's all about, guys. Uh, Things are changing, guys. Everything's changing right now with the Clarity Act going to go through. Stable coins, everything. I don't know.
Enter into the crypto world and how they
I don't know, guys. It's strange. The future's now.
exit when they want to cash out. You deposit your local currency, then convert it into a stablecoin. While your funds are held in stablecoins, their value stays steady, pegged to real-world currency. That gives you a stable place to start. From there, you can choose.
I did learn one thing today, though. Like Tether. Tether. There you go. TETHER coin, which is a stable coin actually. And I actually did have some before, and I cashed them out. It was the only one that was always going up. It was like a dollar. All the ones were 0.99 whatever. This one was at dollar 0.000046, something like that. Always was up, up. Well, I didn't understand that. And I was talking to somebody, and they said, "Well, if it stays good enough, whatever." So I was just checking something out. That actually they're no good in Europe. They're like you can't buy them in Europe, and I guess crack. And if you're in Europe, it's only to if you have them, only to sell them. Here in America, as far as I know, you can still buy them, but I found out why. It's a place that's in El Salvador that is not linked up to the USD. This is where it's all gonna start. Like, oh, these coins no, these coins yes, these coins no, these coins yes. Mr. N, how you doing? Hey, I understand, dude. I haven't been on either, man. I just came on today. I've been on almost all week. I've done little shorts and just like little short live streams when I'm crossing the street, whatever. I just haven't been feeling well. I hope everything's okay with your family, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just talking about stable coins right now. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about stable coins because the future's now. And stable coins are going to be the crypto that's going to be the good crypto, I guess. I don't know. That's the way I'm looking at it. There's going to be good crypto and there's going to be like not so good crypto.
When to enter the market and to trade into other crypto assets when you're ready. Two of the largest and most trusted stablecoins in the world are USDT and USDC, with the latter being the most regulated stablecoin in the world. And in total transparency, the stablecoin Binance
Because this is by
has a
Binance.
partnership with. USDC is issued by Circle, a US
Binance, I think, quit holding already Tether. You all right, buddy? Yeah.
That's a huge deal. It means more transparency, more oversight, and more confidence for users. But here's where stablecoins go from being helpful to being absolutely essential. In some countries, local currencies are unstable. Inflation is high and banks aren't always reliable. In those regions, stablecoins give the ability to hold value in a stronger currency. Such is the US dollar. It used to take days, weeks, or even wasn't possible. Now it takes seconds. All anyone needs is a phone and an internet connection. The freedom of money really is in action. And it's not just about dollars. There are stablecoins backed by euros, the Turkish lira, and the Singaporean dollar, and even gold, all designed to offer local access to global money. Now let's talk trust, because for stablecoins to really work at scale, they need clarity. And this year, two significant things happened. In the US, the Genius Act was passed, a landmark law that defines payment stablecoins as digital money, not investments. It requires full one-to-one reserve backing, audits, and consumer protection. It's clear, regulated, and is rather a game changer. In Europe, the MiCA regulations is now live. It sets a really high standard
Yeah,
for
dude, she's
stablecoins,
got that.
including licensing, backing, and transparency.
How many?
Together,
They
these
must have
means
over a
that
million, and they
stablecoins
have
are
that.
no longer operating in the gray zone. They're regulated, trusted, and
1.23 million.
ready to scale globally. So
It's
to
that.
recap,
I don't know what color
stablecoins
plaque
are
that is. Not the silver
currencies
plaque or
that
whatever.
are stable.
For
They're
100,000. This is the other color one.
and how
That's
many
the million
stay in
one.
it. They're giving people in high inflation economies access to stronger currencies. And now, with global regulation catching up, they're safer and more powerful than ever. Stablecoins aren't just a bridge between traditional finance or crypto. In many ways, they are the foundation for it. Well, that's all for
Okay.
This is Joe, and Joe is a crypto trader. When the market goes up, Joe is happy. He's made money. But when the market goes down, Joe gets worried about losing his profits. He decides to cash out. The man offering US dollars charges him 2% of his profits and makes him wait a whole hour. But then Joe sees the
See, there you
market
go.
going up again. So he buys back in and the man charges him another 2%. Uh-oh, the market's falling again and there's another 2%.
That 2% adds up every time. That's what I mean.
And another.
So if you had stable coins, you can just buy with your stable
But
coins
what's this?
instead of having to use your card or credit card or Google Pay. You just have these stable coins. It's just money that's there. It's instant.
0.01%. Now Joe is really happy. He can trade even faster for much, much less fees. But what is USDT? And is it the same as USD? This is Tether Limited, and this is their bank. Every time you invest $1 into their bank, 1 USDT is created. So just like physical currencies are backed by natural resources, Tether is backed by the US dollar. So what if Joe wants to exchange his USDT for US dollars? Unfortunately for Joe, Tether Limited doesn't allow USDT to be exchanged for US dollars. They only hold USD. So you may wonder, if Joe can't get cash for his Tether, how does he know it's there? Joe buys USDT in trust that the Tether people really do have $2 billion in the bank somewhere in the world, and that they aren't just printing money right out of thin air.
That's why. We don't know what they have. Okay, buddy, right here. There we go. Right there. So we don't know if they have money or not. That's what they're saying. We don't know if they have money or not. I don't know. It's just pretend. So you cannot get money for Tether. You can use $1 to buy Tether coin, but you can't get dollars back for Tether coin. You can buy crypto with Tether coins. Remember that. Make that note. Because I think that's what I did. I bought crypto. Now I remember. When I first got into it, I don't know what the hell I was doing, guys. Not that I know what I'm doing now, but I got a little bit of a concept. Let's go to this channel. Check it out. Crypto to go. Go to channel. Let's see. When Bitcoin having the price prediction value of stock chart. Like 6 years old. There's a lot of old videos. The first time I heard about Bitcoin was in 2011. And out of all things, I was on Al Jazeera, and I just didn't. Whatever I was looking up, I couldn't understand what they were talking about. I just didn't get the concept. It took all this time. God, dude. Can the government even ban Bitcoin cryptocurrency? That's 8 years ago. Such a, yeah, these are old videos. It's an old channel. Well, let's try it.
This
I was just checking to see if I went viral.
Negus.
I was just checking to see if I went viral. No? Okay. Let's check one more time. I was just checking to see if I went viral. No?
Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus. Could you use it in
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
Negus.
Oh.
Could you repeat the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Portfolio.
Negus.
And did you say the word loudly for the judges?
Negus.
One more time?
Negus.
Negus.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
Absolutely stunned. But he'll take it. Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus. Could you use it in a sentence?
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
If there was a website that had a button on it, where
Negus.
If there was a website that had a button on it,
My laptop,
where every
I mean,
time
my-
that you
my-
push that button, you got
they're
one
so
free
slow, dude.
Ethereum. How many times would you push that button? In fact, this seems to mimic how Tether works. Theoretically, they can just create more and more
Okay,
Tether
okay.
tokens without actually needing to do anything extra. Welcome to Whiteboard Crypto, the #1 YouTube channel for crypto education. And
206.
here we explain topics of the cryptocurrency world.
Hello,
using
crypto goes
analogies,
up and down.
stories, and examples
Atom,
so that you
Cosmos.
can easily understand them. In this video, we're
It's
going
good
to
for
explain
staking.
how Tether works, the problems that some people have found with it, and why it's currently the largest stablecoin by market cap. In fact, if you haven't watched our video on stablecoins yet, you should definitely check it out for an easy explanation on the technicals of how they work. Let's explain how Tether should work before we get into the issues of Tether and some other facts that we think you should know. Tether Limited is the company that created the Tether token. Their goal was to create an Ethereum token that is pegged to the US dollar. This way, the price of their token token is always $1. Now, this is valuable for obvious reasons, but the most obvious is that
PayPal
my
has one.
Ethereum
I actually
portfolio
own
is
one coin.
down 22% today, but it was up
Venmo.
12% just a few days ago. In other words, crypto is very volatile at the moment. However, many people do want to get into DeFi projects without the volatility. Anyways, in a perfect world, Tether Limited will give you one Tether token if you went to them and gave them a true dollar. They would hold this dollar forever, just until you came back and gave them your Tether token. When you came back with your Tether token, you could ask for your $1 bill back, and in a perfect world, they would pay it. Along with that, the tether that you gave them, they would destroy it after giving you the dollar back. This way, the tether they have given out is always equal to the United States dollars in their bank accounts. In other words, they are essentially giving you a blockchain version of that dollar while holding the real dollar in their bank account. So that whenever you want to, you can trade these two seemingly equal assets back and forth. Now this is a perfect way to have a stable coin. In theory, the token isn't mined, it's just created whenever Tether Limited wants to create more. And in fact, all I have to do is just say which accounts to give it to. The issue is, we don't know how much true cash Tether actually has in its reserves. Let me tell you a little story. Sometime in the 1930s, an event called a bank run happened. It's when a bunch of people went to the bank and said, "We want our dollars, give us our dollars." And the bank literally said, "We don't have enough to give everyone all their money." In short, a lot of people think that the same thing is happening with Tether. Now, you might be wondering, why is this a bad thing? Well, the only thing that makes a currency valuable, other than its intrinsic use, is its perceived value. Paper dollars, or cash, do not have much other value than maybe to use as fuel for a fire, or maybe even insulation. It is in fact the perceived value is what keeps them at $1 instead of $10 or $0. If we apply the same thinking to Tether, what's holding them up? Their perceived value. Because the inherent value of a blockchain token is not much. In fact, the inherent value should be that if you take that token Tether Limited, they will give you $1. But the question is, can they actually do that if everyone asks for their dollars back? Moving on, what is FUD? When it comes to crypto, there is a lot of what we call FUD. Now, FUD is an acronym for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which are actually very powerful emotions when it comes to investing and spending your money. FUD is commonly used as a simple way to manipulate markets. For example, you can quickly release an article that says, "Warren Buffett thinks dog poop is more valuable than Bitcoin." And then suddenly a bunch of headline readers will dump their Bitcoin because of the simple idea that Warren Buffett doesn't see that Bitcoin has any perceived value. In this video, we are going to make sure to try to stay away from FUD as much as possible and only give you the true facts. The big blazing issue with Tether is that its parent company, Tether Limited, can literally click a button and give themselves free Tether, to which they can trade it for other cryptocurrencies. Actually, do you think it's a button that they click, or do you think it's something else like they have to write code? You should let us know what you think in the comments, because we're interested to know what your guesses are. But moving on, what makes it a big blazing issue is that Tether's current market cap is around $60 billion. Do you think they have $60 billion in their bank account? A lot of people do not. See, Tether Limited is not in the United States. So that way the United States government
Está en El
can't
Salvador.
or they can't force it.
Por eso.
In fact, Tether
Una
Limited
compañía.
purposefully said
Es por eso, de cryptocurrency. Una compañía que no la quieren, por eso.
Oh,
O sea, o sea, ya van a terminar con dólar, van a terminar con el dinero. Van a venir cripto, todo va a ser de este digital. Va a ser, ya México también ha hablado de esto. Todo,
no, ya no quieren dólares.
pues estoy diciendo. Y también en las gasolineras quieren que paguen con digital, ya no quieren que paguen con efectivo.
Los turistas tienen que pagar con pesos ahora.
Ya, pero te estoy diciendo también en las gasolineras también ahora que ya van a implementar eso también, que quieren que paguen con digital.
Ten miedo de que el pinche dólar se chingue a la ciudad.
Se va a chingar, pero se va a chingar a la manera de Estados Unidos. O sea, están incluyendo estas cosas de digital. Es lo que estoy estudiando yo, es lo que estoy aprendiendo ahorita. ¿A cuáles pinches monedas van a ser las buenas y a cuáles no? Porque van a decir, estas son buenas y estas no.
¿Y cómo vas hasta ahorita? ¿Cuál crees?
Pues ahorita todo depende.
Estoy en la tarea.
Estoy
en research.
Dad, I haven't graduated yet, Dad. I'm just barely in junior high about it right now. I'm in like 7th grade going to 8th grade right now about it. Cryptocurrency. Gotta start somewhere, Dad. Yeah, Dad, I'm learning a little bit. Something I should have learned like in 2011 when I could have been a millionaire if I would have learned this stuff by then. Seriously. Les preguntaba a gente, no, that's a scam. Don't do that. Don't do that. I listened to too many people, negative people in my life that I never got into it. If I just would have invested those $3,000, guys, back then. No, you don't want to do that. That thing went down, dude. That's garbage, dude. It's a scam. Because the thing went down. Pinches monedas cuestan. Han subido 125 el otro año. Estas están a 78. Cada una. Pues estaban a 23 cuando yo supe de eso, 30 y tantos. Y me estaban diciendo, no hagas eso, no hagas eso. No lo hagas. It's a scam. Fue en el 2011. Y ahora, 78,000 right now. Each one. Back then, it went from 34 to like about 200 something, I think it was. Back in 2010 to 11. Yeah. Something like that. It's gone up, it's gone down, gone up, gone down. But the last one, it went to 125. That was last year. That was crazy, guys. Cryptocurrencies, man. That's where it's going to be at, guys. Digital currencies.
Themselves up in the British Virgin Islands. You should know the U.S. Attorney General actually did a little bit of investigation, and then due to that investigation, you cannot buy Tether in New York. They said it's to protect their citizens. Now, according to their own reports on March 31st, Tether says they have only around 2.9% of their reserves in actual cash. 12.5 is literally loans, around 10% is corporate bonds and precious metals, and another 50% is literally commercial paper.
I can reach around my chihuahua.
More loans. A little bit more is treasury bills, and some of it is actually other cryptocurrency tokens. Now this is at least what they self-report.
How come it took you so long just to be like this?
Tether has hardly actually been audited. So the information that we can find about the Tether Limited audit, there's only actually been one professional audit, which was done by Friedman LLP. But Tether backed out of the audit because the company was asking too many questions. So an audit was started, but not finished. Now this is an issue for a lot of people, since any company who wants to last long term will usually go through an audit for the trust of their customers, no matter how invasive the questions might seem. In fact, most of the time, giving answers to invasive questions only goes to show that they're not doing anything sketchy. So why would Tether avoid this? There are actually a lot of rumors about Tether Limited and Bitfinex, which Bitfinex is a centralized exchange like Coinbase, and these rumors are that both of these companies are in cahoots together to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. Now the rumors about both of these companies is a bit out of scope for this video, so if you'd like to see a video specifically on the romance of Tether and Bitfinex, plus any future audit updates, leave a comment below. Moving on, let's talk about a rumor that has been spreading in the past couple weeks. Since Tether is a token, mostly on the Ethereum network, we can actually track exactly who holds most of it right now. Right now, large exchanges like Gemini and Binance actually hold a lot of Tether. Some big decentralized apps also use them, like Curve Finance and Aave. Now there is a theory out there that since Tether is so big, 60 billion market cap right now, compared to Ethereum's 228 billion and Bitcoin's 614 billion, actually makes Tether the third largest cryptocurrency. And this rumor is that since it's so big, if Tether crashes, it could bring down the rest of the crypto market. Now this isn't completely crazy, since a lot of the liquidity in certain decentralized exchanges actually uses Tether. To explain this theory, you must know how a liquidity pool works and how the automated market maker algorithm works. Which sounds like a lot of nonsense if you're new to this crypto space, but we actually do a great job explaining both of these topics with stories and examples in our videos. The theory says that if Tether's price dumps or skyrockets, or basically becomes not $1, then those...
Okay. All right. I don't troll on purpose. Now, once in a while, I like to stir the pot a little bit. All right. So, my local union hall is doing a giveaway for the San Diego Padres baseball game versus the Dodgers here coming up this month. I don't know when exactly. And they handed out tickets today. this morning at the hall. Now, but there was a limited amount of tickets, so not everybody was going to take it. So I'm going to tell somebody about what happened. Somebody posted, "Hey, did you get your tickets for the Padres game versus the Dodgers? The local 230 tickets? Just let me know. See if you're lucky enough." There was a guy out there since 7 in the morning for an hour 45 minutes just to get told that, oh, sorry you're here in line with all the rest of the members and that you're a retiree and you can't have a ticket now, even though they called you and you're not even part of 230. Nobody called me, see if I wanted a ticket. Hey, did you get your tickets for the Padres game versus the Dodgers, the local 230 tickets? Just let me know. See if you're lucky enough. There was a guy out there since 7 in the morning for an hour 45 minutes just to get told that, oh, sorry you're here in line with all the rest of the members and that you're a retiree and you can't have a ticket now, even though they called you and you're not even part of 230. Nobody called me, see if I wanted a ticket. So yeah, this poor old man, dude, he is like, dude. Oh yeah, he posted it on Facebook too. I know he wanted to say some other shit, but he probably did, but he like had to retract all that shit. He's pretty loyal. I didn't bother, dude. I have no desire to go. A bunch of people I don't even like know or talk to or whatever. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? So I charge this way. Oh, you almost gave me a kiss in the mouth. Yeah, go lay down over there. There you go. All right, good job. Thank you, buddy. Ethereum is 179. It only goes down $1, really, dude. After all this time, dude, it's just sitting stagnant. Doesn't want you to buy anymore. Is it charging? Yeah, it is. So anyways, so I'm sitting here.
Liquidity pools will be vulnerable to attack via flash loans, and these attacks could cause a big panic. It could result in people cashing out their cryptocurrencies for fiat. If part of the liquidity pool changes in price dramatically, the other part of the...
Actually, you know what? All right, back, guys. Anybody on there, say hi. I'm going to go to the men's room real quick. All right, back, guys. Oh, you like being on my side, huh, doggy? That's right, I know. Nobody really wants to engage today. I'm still gonna be online. I don't care, man. I haven't done a live stream in a long time, so whoever wants to engage, engage. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Open panel.
Pool also
I'm just gonna
changes
watch
price.
YouTube.
And so many pools are actually reliant
Check
on
my
the fact
portfolio.
that tethers is roughly $1. Now moving on, like we said earlier, we aim to be the #1 educational resource for crypto, and we believe that the technology surrounding blockchains will keep improving. With that in mind, what do you think Tether could do to better improve their product? Here at Whiteboard Crypto, we have a few ideas in mind. First is transparency. Since Tether is the 3rd highest market cap cryptocurrency, transparency needs to be on the top of their list. One of the biggest foundations of blockchain is transparency. This includes in-depth audits and answering any questions that their customers might have. In fact, verifying their funds via a third party would clear up a ton of FUD.
Dude, I see these
and be a big
things,
step
dude. These
forward for
spring
them.
savings.
Secondly, a big part of the idea of Tether
These
is to allow a
CT pool
bridge
crypto
back and
mining
forth.
apps. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. This is the second one that I've done. I did one on my phone. You know, it's all it does is slow it down and stuff. I'm like, oh, you're mining, you're mining. Once it's time to withdraw, to send to wherever, I was trying to send one to my cash wallet and my Cash App. My Cash App wasn't accepting it. You know, so for whatever reason, my wallet on my Cash App is legit. They wouldn't accept it. So then I have another one, which is this one, which is CT Pool, and it looked legit and everything, dude. And I'm like, it was pretty good, and you can whatever kind of crypto you want to mine, and it was going good. You know, didn't have too much like pop-ups, whatever. You know, you just had to watch a video every couple hours, and then it spit it up. You know, whatever. So I was mining a crypto that I've never Avalanche, I think it was. You know, that I wanted to add eventually to Kraken so I could stake it. You know, that was my mentality. And then it's like you had to join their wallet. So I was trying to open join their wallet, and it wasn't letting me, whatever. And then I was reading the reviews on Google, dude. I go with the reviews, dude, and from 23 and 22, oh, excellent, it's great. But then I started reading 25, 26, dude, it worked great. But then it's took forever to get the money, not getting it. Blah, blah. Oh, just be patient, and oh, no, no, no. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, nah. So I just deleted it. And my laptop, my laptop. So I go a little faster, but as fast as it can go. It's just it's old, it's slower now. Oh, something, dude, it's not working. It's going slow here. So, anyways, so yeah, if you're into crypto mining, uh, I'd say go the old fashioned way and just get those old mining things. That's what I'm gonna do. Unless you find something legit, that's what I like to do. I like to do something that I can do online where I don't have to, spend the energy, whatever here, the electricity, or buy the machine, Um, but whatever. That's something in the future, I guess, right? So, exposing Tether, Bitcoin's big. The long one. I like this guy, Mr. Actually, it's CoffeeZilla. I do like watching, but it's a long one, so I'll watch shorter ones.
What is a stablecoin? What is it used for? How are stablecoins created? And are they really a good idea? Well, stick around. In this episode of Crypto Whiteboard
Bitcoin is
Tuesday,
at
we'll answer these questions
78,010 right now. Wow.
Hi,
That's the
I'm
lowest
Nate
it's
Martin from
dropped
99bitcoins.com.
since
and
yesterday.
Welcome to Crypto Whiteboard Tuesday, where we take complex cryptocurrency topics, break them down, and translate them into plain English. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel
wrong.
and click that bell so you
77,000
immediately get notified when a new video comes
yesterday,
out.
or
Today's topic
this morning
is
actually.
stablecoins.
That was morning. There was
Most
a dip,
cryptocurrencies were meant to serve as a
and
medium of
then
exchange
at 2
and
p.m.
not just
also
a store of
yesterday.
value. The problem is that due to their relatively small market cap, even popular cryptocurrencies
For
like
Bitcoin, it
tend
was
to experience
6:45
wide
p.m.
fluctuations in price.
and then
Usually,
today
the smaller
at 10
market
a.m.
cap an asset has, the more volatile
And then there was
its
a
price
little
will be.
small one
Imagine throwing a rock into a small pond.
at
Now, take the same rock and throw it
3:15
into the
p.m.
ocean. Clearly, the rock will have a
But
much
it's
more
going
of an
back up
effect
right
on the
now,
pond than
78,
on the ocean.
69.
In the same manner, the cryptocurrency
Interesting.
market cap is a small pond for now, and is more affected by everyday buy and
Everything
sell
follows
orders than,
Bitcoin.
say, for example,
Everything.
the US dollar. This creates a major issue since you can't enjoy the benefits of cryptocurrencies, which include the decentralization of money and a free-for-all payment system, without the value volatility that accompanies it. Imagine how hard it is to use Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for day-to-day transactions and trading purposes when one day it's worth X and the next day it's worth half that. Just think what it feels like to be the guy who bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins 8 years ago. That's exactly where stablecoins come in. Simply put, stablecoins are an attempt to...
Dude, that guy 8 years ago? I thought it was longer than that. Yeah, it was longer than that. So in 2019, so 8 years ago, that was 2011. So in 2011, there we go. That's what it was. So it was around that time. That's how I heard about it too. This one guy, he was all happy because he bought 2 large pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. He had Bitcoin. And, oh, look, what I can buy. I can buy pizza. I can buy gas. 10,000 Bitcoin. How much were what? God, sorry guys. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. How much were? Dude, it's just like my brain, dude. My thoughts is one thing, but to get it out, how much did Bitcoin cost back in 2011?
In 2011, Bitcoin began the year around 30 US cents. It then experienced significant price fluctuations, reaching a high of about $30 in June, before ending the year at around $4 to $5 per coin. For financial advice, consult a professional.
So 10,000 Bitcoin was worth how much in 2011 before the race?
In 2011, before the big market increase, 10,000 Bitcoin were valued at approximately 3,000 to 7,800 US dollars. This was because each coin was trading between 30 cents and 78 cents. For financial advice, consult a professional.
Some of those doesn't sound right. So I don't think it was 10,000 Bitcoin itself. But yeah. That's how much money I was willing to put up. Like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. What I was hearing, I didn't know the whole detail. I just didn't know how to like go into it back then. Back then in 2011, there wasn't like all these apps and everything, you know. Smartphones were still kind of like a new thing too, you know. Um, my first smartphone, I hated actually. My first couple of smartphones I didn't like actually pretty much. So I finally got a Samsung. I stuck with Samsungs actually. Um, yeah, you know, I just ignorance, dude. It's not an excuse, guys. You can't be ignorant to things, you know. And then once you learn, you're like, Jesus, dude. $3,000. If I invested $3,000 in 2011, how much? Oh, God damn it. If I would have invested $3,000 into Bitcoin in 2011, how much would it be worth right now in 2026?
Investing $3,000 in Bitcoin in 2011 could be worth between $45 million and over $220 million today, depending on when you bought it. For financial advice, consult a professional.
Oh, it's the first time I ever found that out, dude. I didn't know. I tried doing the math one time by myself. It wasn't nearly near that, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh, jeez, dude. Oh, God, dude. $45 fucking million, dude. Depending, you know, depending. But still, even then. Depending when I invested. You would buy 3,000 early at the recent price, approximately 65,000. Investor would be worth around $650 million, dude. If you bought in the late 2011 price around $4, $5, your 3,000 would about 6 to 750 bitcoins today. Those coins would be worth roughly 39 million to 48 million dollars, dude. Oh my god, dude. Heaven's sakes, dude. Oh god. And that's what it was, I remember. It went from cents to $30. I'm like, dude, that's something I should jump on in right now. Oh no, 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 what? And it went down to like $22. So I remember like half of that. Oh, see, it's like it's volatile. It's crazy. You don't want to do that. It's just fucking people that listen to instead of follow. If I would have found one of them like fucking kids apprentices back then or nerdy kids, that's how I heard about crypto too. I was doing a walk one time, a precinct walk. That's when we go around passing out like flyers about politicians and whatever, that we do support from our local and our union, local politicians. Um, yeah, this one guy said crypto. Well, crypto, what is it? Oh, it's the future, man. I'm like, oh, and he kind of showed me some stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, how do you get into? Oh, he just, I think it was Robinhood or something. He had, oh, just this, I just like start buying, dude. It just sounded too complicated, too technical for me. I'm like, what is it? Back then, dude, what year was that? Shit. It was pre 2020. I know that because I was still before my stroke, so I don't know. Between 2018 and 2020, so around that time, maybe 2019 or something.
An attempt to create a cryptocurrency that isn't volatile. A stablecoin's value is pegged to a real-world currency, also known as a fiat currency. For example, the stablecoin known as Tether, or USDT, is worth $1 and is expected to maintain this peg no matter what. Stablecoins allow for the convenience of cryptocurrency, which means fast settlement and fewer regulatory hurdles, along with the stability of fiat currencies. Like most coins, the most obvious use case would be to use them as a medium of exchange for day-to-day purchases. But since these coins aren't very popular at the moment, no one really accepts them as a payment method.
This is 4 years ago,
So
by the
the
way.
main usage of
They weren't very
stablecoins today
popular
is
back then.
actually
Now
on
they're like really,
cryptocurrency
they're kind of
exchanges.
popular and people are
Using
pushing them.
stablecoins, traders can trade volatile cryptocurrencies for stable cryptocurrencies when they want to lower their risk. For example, if I'm invested in Bitcoin and I don't want to risk the price of Bitcoin falling against the US dollar, I can just exchange my Bitcoins for USDT and retain my dollar value. Once I want to get back into the game and hold Bitcoins, I can just exchange my USDT
See what I mean?
back to BTC.
That's what I was doing.
This
I
method
was
is
switching
extremely
crypto.
popular with crypto-only exchanges that don't supply their users with the option to exchange Bitcoin for fiat currencies due to regulation. Another great advantage of stablecoins is that you can move funds between exchanges relatively quickly, since crypto transactions are faster and cheaper than fiat transactions. The option for such a fast settlement between exchanges makes arbitraging more convenient and closes the price gaps that you usually see between Bitcoin exchanges. So for now, stablecoins are more of a utility coin for traders than an actual medium of exchange. But how are they made possible? What keeps their price from the volatility that other cryptocurrencies experience? Well, there are several ways a company can try and maintain its stablecoin's peg to a fiat currency. The first way to maintain a peg is by creating trust that the coin is actually worth what it is pegged to. For example, if the market doesn't believe that one USDT is really worth $1, people immediately dump all of their USDT and the price will crash. In order to maintain this trust, the company backs its coins with some sort of asset. This collateral is basically proof that the company is good for its word and that its coins should actually be worth the pegged amount. For example, in Tether's case, each USDT is said to be backed by an actual US dollar that Tether holds as collateral. A different example for collateral is the DGX token that is said to be backed by gold. Another version of a collateralized stablecoin is one that is backed by one or more cryptocurrencies. This form of collateral is much easier to audit since a company's balance can be viewed on the blockchain. The second way to maintain a peg is by manipulating the coin supply on the market, also known as an algorithmic peg. An algorithmic peg means the company writes a set of rules, also known as a smart contract, that increases or decreases the amount of a stablecoin in circulation depending on the coin's price. Let me explain. Imagine we have a stablecoin that is pegged to the US dollar through an algorithmic peg. Assuming a lot of people were to start buying the coin, its price would rise and the peg will be broken. To prevent this from happening, new coins are issued. This increase in supply alleviates the price pressure created by the demand and maintains the coin's value. If, on the other hand, many people start selling the coin, coins are removed from the overall supply in order to hold the price peg to $1. To be clear, algorithmically pegged stablecoins don't hold any assets as collateral. The smart contract that manages the coin acts as a central bank. It tries to manipulate the price back to the peg by changing the money supply. There are pros and cons for each pegging method. Fiat collateralized pegs transmit the highest degree of certainty to stablecoin holders that the coin is indeed worth the asset it is backed by. However, fiat collateralized pegs have some major cons. For one, from the company's standpoint, the asset is frozen and can't be used for anything else. Also, there's always the risk of embezzlement or the closing of the company's bank account, which can ruin the trust in the stablecoin. Another issue with fiat collateralized stablecoins is that it's hard to actually prove the company owns enough of the asset to really back the amount of coins in circulation. Tether, for example, has suffered severe criticism and audit requests from skeptics claiming the company doesn't have enough collateral to back the USDT in circulation. Crypto-collateralized coins, on the other hand, may have the benefit of viewing the collateral on the blockchain, but the collateral itself is extremely volatile. That's why a premium is needed. In many cases, that company will hold 150% or even more of the collateral needed to make up for possible drops in the cryptocurrency prices. Algorithmic pegging benefits from the fact that the company doesn't need to hold any asset on hand. However, many will argue that algorithmic pegging theory doesn't really work in real life, since manipulating the money supply isn't a guarantee the peg will hold. With all of the complexities in maintaining a stablecoin's peg, you might be wondering, what's the incentive to create a stablecoin in the first place? What's the business model? Well, for each company, there's a different incentive. Some companies can charge a fee for trading their coin. Other companies use their stablecoin as a marketing channel to raise awareness to the company and other services it offers. Huobi, Gemini, Coinbase, and Circle are exchanges that have created their own stablecoins in order to attract more users to their trading platforms and allow easier transition of funds within and between.
Gemini, who else?
Different incentive. Some companies can charge a fee for trading their coin. Other companies use their stablecoin as a marketing channel to raise awareness to the company and other services it offers. Huobi, Gemini, Coinbase, and Circle are exchanges that have created their
Gemini.
own stablecoins in order to attract more users to their trading platform and allow easier transition of funds within and between exchanges. Let's take a moment to go over some examples of the more popular stablecoins in use today. USDT, or USD Tether, which I've already mentioned, is a fiat collateralized stablecoin that is pegged to the US dollar. The coin was created by the company Tether and has remained relatively stable since its introduction in 2015. TUSD, not to be confused with USDT, stands for True USD and is a relatively new fiat collateralized.
TUSD. I don't see that coin anywhere anymore. I don't think it exists anymore. 35.15. What is it? TSD coin. True USD is a fiat-backed USD dollar-pegged stablecoin that maintains a one-to-one value ratio, operating across multiple blockchain networks. It is primarily used to decentralize finance protocols and crypto exchanges to hedge against market volatility. There you go, and facilitate cross-border transactions. Circulating supply is 494.5 million. CoinGecko. Where do you use and trade TSUD? Supported across a wide variety of centralized apps and then centralized exchanges. You can imagine MetaMask. I don't think cracking them or Weeble. I've never seen it. Probably Phantom or one of those fucking places. Gecko coin. Man, I'll tell you right now, if I was working, dude, out in Marina around making all that money right now, dude, you know how much money I'd be investing right now in this shit right now? I'd be like those Pokemon guys, dude. Instead of going to the machine, I'd be just inside my phone, like. What is with that shit, dude? It's like, what? I don't even see those things, dude. I guess these guys are reselling the cards or something, dude. I guess they open them up and sell them like the individuals, not the they're trying to get something out of that, I guess. Well, anyways, TUSD coin. USD coin. No, see, Kraken says USDC. No, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. Okay, well, I didn't say USD. T. Maybe parentheses. Maybe that would help. TUSD. All right, crypto. You can purchase true USD, TUSD crypto coins on the major centralized cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, or through crypto swap platforms like Trenchbelly. See, now I have to join another one, dude. I don't want to join another one, dude, like Binance or Coinbase. I'm happy with Kraken. I'm finally figuring it out for my crypto, and I want to keep Weeble shit for my stocks options. Just enough. I don't want to like spread it out too much. Somebody on, somebody off. People come on, people go off. Nobody stops to say hi. I must be one scary looking motherfucker. Or it must be this says make the Raiders great again. There we go. I'll wear my hat. I won't be as scary with the hat. Let's see what the other tab is so slow, dude.
Stablecoin that attempts to address the criticism directed at Tether. Collateral US dollars are held in the bank accounts of multiple trust companies. These bank accounts are published every day and are subject to monthly audits. GUSD, also known as Gemini USD, is a fiat collateralized stablecoin issued by the popular.
That's another one, dude. You can purchase Gemini Dollar directly on the Gemini exchange or through our popular crypto platforms like BitPay and Zengo is also available via decentralized exchanges. Let's see. Our wallet apps like MetaMask. Here's a breakdown of the easiest places to buy. Direct platform central exchanges, Gemini, because GUSD is created and operated by the weak lost. Dude. That's just like, it's too much, dude. And like, dude, I haven't even heard some of these coins. They're not even being talked about. This is 4 years ago, by the way.
The first regulated stablecoin in the world. USDC, which
USDC.
USD coin, is a fiat
That's the
collateralized
main one.
stablecoin issued by Circle and Coinbase. And finally, DAI is a stablecoin
And
created
DAI is
by
another
Maker
one.
DAO that is crypto collateralized. There's a lot of criticism going on about the creation of stablecoins. The most common one is related to the inability of actually maintaining the peg in the long run. This could be due to any one of the reasons I've mentioned before. On top of that, a quick look at history tells us that all pegged currencies are doomed to fail due to the cost of maintaining them, especially when that peg comes under attack. Some well-known examples where pegs were broken are the Swiss franc peg to the euro in 2015, the Chinese yuan to the US dollar in 2005, the Thai baht peg to the US dollar in 1997, and the most famous of them all, the gold standard, pegging the US dollar to gold in. But the bigger question here is the issue of governance. Stablecoins are considered by many to be centralized due to the fact that there is a company behind them that maintains the peg, whether it be algorithmic or collateralized. Therefore, stablecoins aren't really cryptocurrencies in the sense that they aren't decentralized. Another issue is that stablecoins seem to be providing a solution to something that is just a growing pain and not a constant problem. Once cryptocurrencies achieve a higher market cap, their volatility will reduce dramatically and there will be no real use for stablecoins. Stablecoins are trying to get the best of both worlds, the stability of an established currency with a large market and the flexibility of a decentralized free-for-all cryptocurrency. The problem is that they also get the worst of both worlds, a centralized coin with a sort of central bank controlling it, and a questionable ability to maintain the public's trust in it. Finally, there's the question of regulation. Will regulators allow companies to create an asset that mimics legal tender without any oversight? One example for such an issue is Basis, an algorithmically pegged stablecoin that raised over $130 million for its project just to shut down due to regulatory issues not too long ago. It seems like stablecoins are some sort of a temporary utility for exchanges, allowing traders a haven out of volatility without needing to supply them with a regulated fiat option. In the long run, it's hard to be sure how or whether these coins will have a place in the crypto ecosystem, especially with so many question marks surrounding them. Well, that's it for today's episode of Crypto Whiteboard Tuesday. Hopefully by now you understand what stablecoins are and how they work. A type of cryptocurrency that is pegged to the value of a less volatile asset, usually the US dollar.
Pretty nice. Let's see, I got his channel. There's a lot of old information here. Give a thumbs up. Check out his channel. Even if it's an old channel. So 99 Bitcoins. Huh. Alright. Let's subscribe. Let's some. What is the other? Okay, I think I got pretty much what's what with exit liquidity. Bit sensor. 900 million gone. Tether freezes millions crypto. Yeah, see what I mean, dude? Like, dude, you don't know what is Tether. That's 2 weeks ago.
13 years deep in crypto. Licensed across.
This is the British guy.
Cryptocurrency was created with a simple idea. Money
After
that
the government
binds
gets
transactions.
hacked and the
Thanks to
hacker
luck
steals all
and
the
no
seed
single power,
phrases and
temporary
keys,
real.
there's a time
Recently,
in
however,
gold was
that
illegal
core
to
promise has been
possess.
seriously challenged by two big events that most people have realized connected.
That's the
First,
thing with
Tether,
digital
the company
currencies,
behind the
guys.
world's largest stablecoin, just made
It's like there's gonna be control of what they're gonna say is, like I said, the okay coins and not okay coins, and what you can use your coins for. You can't use. They already have like restrictions and stuff, guys. Um, People on what would they call SNAP or whatever, food stamps. That started happening when I was in the Philippines. I started hearing about that they're going to change all that and who's going to get it, how much they're going to get, and all that stuff. And then depending on their case, they're going to have to work for it and whatever. And even then, what they're going to be allowed to buy and not to buy and stuff. Some people agree on it, some don't agree on it. I'm like, okay, cool, I understand that about nutrition. Like, hey, buy nutritious food, don't buy junk food and stuff like that. Excuse me, I understand that. At what moment are we going to see you're only allowed to buy so much of this and so much of that and so much of this and that only, or none of this week? Like I said, guys, I don't know, man. It's just like there's too many things that right now
the
it's
largest
getting too
single
weird.
freeze in its history. They knocked $344 million of USDT in two wallets after working with the United States Treasury. And at the same time, South Africa proposed the toughest crypto laws ever seen from a major country. One rule even says you must hand over your private security code or your seed phrase or your digital wallet, or you could go to jail for up to 5 years. So the centralized part of crypto, like Tether, where you control your own money, self-custody, are both being threatened at the same time. Today, we'll show you why these are really just one story. My name is DC, and you're watching The Coin Hero. Now, before we dig in, it's important to remind ourselves how stablecoins actually work. USDT is basically issued on public blockchains like Tron and Ethereum, but the digital contract that runs it.
Heidi's on.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, fish tank. No, we got a new jacuzzi in here. Means we've got so much extra funds, according to people, and we're just, it's the jacuzzi over there. So sorry about that. I've got to pull over the mic and everything. So I went and got me my 1 cup of coffee here. So grab your beer.
5 critical mistakes that ruin expats in the
By the time you go
Philippines.
to SM or go to the mall, I will find the prices are at least close to 2 times as much. So we were finding like things for our phones and stuff. If you bought it at the mall, they were 400, 500, 600 pesos for something, and it was 150 pesos, 200 online. So you're gonna find that if you do the shopping, we try to use a Law's, mall thing, although they pretty much take things back. But it's just more of a guarantee. But it's the best way to do it, especially if you're further out in the province.
This volume was out. Dude, your volume was out, Pops. Retirement for Americans. Can you afford to retire and become an expat? Oh, well, what can you say, guys? Go back to what I was watching, dude. Yeah.
The IRS is coming for your crypto gains, but it doesn't have to be that.
Fact that runs it has a hidden freeze button that only Tether, the company that issues
Last
USDT,
38,
can
all
operate.
right. See, I came two subscribers from that short
controlled by
today.
its issuer, Circle. These two companies manage the majority of the roughly $370 billion stablecoin market,
Wow.
meaning that the most popular digital dollars now run on systems that have secret remote kill switches controlled by private companies that must follow US law. And on April 23rd, one of those companies showed exactly
I miss
what
my
that kill
laptop,
switch
guys.
can do. The US Treasury called it
I
Operation
used to do everything on my laptop
It
except
targeted groups connected to the
make
Islamic
videos.
Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Central Bank of Iran, and
But
Hezbollah.
all my
Tether
viewing and
used its
stuff was
freeze function
on
two
whatever.
Tron addresses suspected of
Ah,
being
it is what it
controlled
is,
by these
guys.
entities, locking the money instantly in coordination with the US Office of Foreign Asset Control, OFAC. This is the biggest stablecoin enforcement action ever. It adds to Tether's total lifetime freezes, which are now over $4.4 billion across more than 2,300 cases globally.
They don't like
About
Tether,
half of
dude.
that total is directly linked to requests from US
Yeah,
law
I think they're gonna
enforcement.
shut it down,
Tether has
guys.
confirmed it works with over 340 agencies.
There's
in
two
60
Tether
countries.
coins.
Tether
I
CEO
was looking through the thing of all the
has
coins
said
that
the company
Kraken
acts,
offered.
quote, immediately
Got two
and decisively
Tether
as soon
coins.
as a solid connection to a sanctioned person.
It's got
is
one
found. This
Tether
is a
gold.
one-time thing either. In January, the company froze $182 million across 5 different
Side to
wallets, and in
the
November
1
of
ounce of gold
23,
bullion.
they locked $225 million
I forget that's in the
connected to
Swiss
human
accounts.
trafficking in Southeast Asia. For years, some people have argued that Tether
Yeah, I
is
think
really
so.
just a private company's database.
Because 1
pretending
ounce of
to be a
actual
blockchain.
gold
The events of the last 2
coin,
weeks only add
that's
to that
through
perception.
British.
Now, of course, you might think this freezing power only affects criminals and bad guys in general, and thus won't hurt the average person, but that's a mistake. The technology doesn't care who the target is. Once the freeze button exists, deciding who gets frozen is a purely political decision.
Right, if you're looking to trade these latest market moves, whether that's crypto or traditional assets like gold and commodities, then BitGet is definitely worth a look. They've just rolled out their TradFi trading platform, which lets you trade assets like gold and other commodities directly using USDT. So you don't need to jump between platforms. You also get deep liquidity, low slippage, and
See,
access to
USDT. They're just promoting USDT for everything now.
Now, if you sign up using the QR code on screen or the link in the description, you can get up to $50,000 in bonuses. And on top of that, if you complete your first net deposit of $5,000 and place your first trade, you'll unlock a VIP 3 trial. Now, that includes up to 38% fee discounts, exclusive VIP perks, and free token airdrops. So, scan the QR code, check the link below, and see what BitGet has to offer.
Great. Now let's get back to the second half of the trap close. While Tether was showing what it could do to centralized crypto, the South African Reserve Bank, SARB, was releasing a legal plan for what could be done to the self-custodies. On April 17th, SARB published its draft capital flow management regulations, and this plan reclassifies crypto as capital, putting it under the same old laws that control gold and foreign currency in South Africa. You see, this all started because a 2025 court ruling found that crypto assets didn't fit into the old currency control definitions, which created a loophole the government is now trying to close with this new draft law. The proposed rules are very broad. People in South Africa would have to report their crypto holdings if they go above a certain amount set by the government. They could even be forced to sell those holdings to the state for local currency, rand, if they go over that limit. Plus, people would face physical searches of their luggage, devices, and cars every time they cross a border. Breaking these rules could lead to fines of up to 1 million rand, that's $60,500, and jail time of up to 5 years. The public can comment on these proposed laws through May and into June of this year. But the most important rule is hidden inside Regulation 25, Section 5. This clause gives police and enforcement officers the clear legal power to force people and businesses to hand over their private keys, PINs, and seed phrases. Refusing to do so is a crime by itself. The CEO of Valor, a South African crypto exchange, has already called the plan backward and control, warning that it hurts the fundamental nature of digital assets. Self-custody, the main reason Bitcoin was invented, becomes legally weakened the moment the government can demand your keys under threat of jail. Now, you might assume that South Africa is just one isolated country and its plans don't affect crypto owners elsewhere, but that ignores how international financial rules actually spread across the entire world, which leads us to the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF. The FATF is the global group that sets standards for anti-money laundering laws, AML laws. Well, the guidance isn't technically hard law, the consequences of ignoring them are very real. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has found that just being put on the FATF's grey list causes a country's foreign investment to drop by about 7.6% over 9 months. The best example of this is the travel rule. This started as a recommendation in 2019 and is now enforced as a binding law in the United Kingdom since 2023, the European Union since the end of 2024, and in Brazil, Australia, Singapore, Japan, and the United States. About 99 out of the 117 countries monitored by FATF have either passed or are currently passing travel rule legislation. South Africa isn't acting alone. It's following FATF pressure in its most extreme form yet. After being grey-listed in 2023, the country worked to fix things and got off the grey list in October 2025. The draft regulations released this month are the second step in a cycle that other countries facing their own FATF reviews will study closely. Kenya's draft rules for virtual asset service providers already took similar to South Africa's, and Ghana, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda are all developing similar rules due to the same FATF pressure. Which brings us to the main point the crypto world has tried to ignore for nearly 10 years. For a decade, the common belief was that stablecoins solved the problem of trusting banks, and self-custody solved the problem of governments censoring their money. The events of the last 2 weeks prove that both of these main defenses are being weakened at the same time. Centralized stablecoins are now openly enforcing US sanctions on a massive scale. The single freeze in April was far more money than most listed crypto companies make in an entire year. Self-custody is meanwhile being made illegal through the capital control framework that South Africa just put forward for the rest of the world to copy. So the escape routes that the crypto industry has built over 10 years are being pressured simultaneously. In the end, the blockchain did not bypass the government. The government caught up, learned how the technology works, and is now writing laws that bring both parts of the system under its control. The honest takeaways for crypto owners watching this are quite specific. First, you should treat the major centralized stablecoins like digital US dollars that are directly controlled by US sanctions, not as neutral global money. Any wallet holding these can be frozen within minutes if the US Treasury gives the order. Second, recognize that while self-custody is still the strongest defense crypto has, it is now operating in a growing legal risk area in any country that adopts the South African model. Third, the assets that truly remain resistant to
South
censorship
African then.
become more valuable as the centralized options get taken over.
Sorry, I thought it was European.
This group includes Bitcoin, held safely in cold storage outside risky countries, and privacy coins like Monero. Monero, despite being removed from about 73 centralized exchanges in 2025, has maintained high transaction volume. Fourth, the legal actions against the developers of Tornado Cash and Samurai Wallet in 2025 have severely limited the legal options for privacy tools that don't rely on a middleman. This means the real-world cost of operating outside the government surveillance is rising quickly. So the next 12 months will show if South Africa's framework is adopted fully, softened after public feedback, or copied exactly by other countries facing FATF review pressure. Either way though, the idea that crypto is fundamentally beyond the reach of the government is no longer a serious basis for investing. The infrastructure for government capital controls has officially moved onto the blockchain itself. So the big question this moment forces us to ask is this: will the part of the crypto ecosystem that truly resists censorship, Bitcoin held by the owner, privacy coins, etc., become more valuable as the centralized options are taken over by the state? Or will the South African plan spread so fast across all FATF following countries that even self-custody stops being a meaningful way of risking? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to understand exactly how Circle and Tether are being turned into the control points, the whole crypto industry under the new Genius Act stablecoin framework, you should definitely watch a deep dive video on that topic right now.
Practically be gone. So it's not a joke anymore. I am having vision issues, and that's just from one of my medicines. And it's like, where people don't do their research is probably the same place they got their fucking brains, you know? Just dumbing up their ass or something. It just, there she is making up more stuff. She's a hypochondriac. Now she can't see. It's like, it's called side
My
effects
daddy
from
would say she looks like
medication
shit, dude, the other
and
day.
for my condition. You
Haven't
don't
seen
think
her in
that
a
my eyes
while.
aren't affected?
As I do, she's dying. I can tell. Yeah, she don't look good, man.
But anyways, look like that divorce lawyer, huh? Sir, I'd like to get him off right now. Take him around back and just get him off. We plead no contest.
That was weird.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Send the rain. Yeah, I wish it would rain. Hey, Oreo, what is going on? Oh, yeah. They're making them better and better. That's just it. It's like some of them, I mean, these are just made for like costume and everything. I mean, if I was being serious and wearing them like some people do it professionally at Dolly Parton, of course, although this one I would probably consider wearing in public because I think this is one of the more natural ones, you know, that I've got, but I don't know if I'd wear as like, oh, Robert
I like these ready-made portfolios, dude. They're all like in the
a few
dumps,
weeks
man.
ago. Spurlet
Never seen
World
one
is
of them,
in
dude.
the house.
None of
Robert
them are
is saying
good.
hello. What is going on? Hey, Raymond, I'm good. Just got home yesterday. He's back in the house. Everyone pray. I send my passport to the embassy. Oh no, to renew. Man, I hate letting it go. Yeah, I don't blame you on that. Hey, Mike and Venus is in the house. Hey. I needed an emergency charger cord and I was at SM Mall. I bought it for $900. Yeah, it's not even a joke. We gave up. Either we're being, if I'm not skin taxed in public at these markets, or mom and pop stores, they never have prices on. When I say mom and pop, it's not SM. It's all these little shops up and down S&M, or S&M Highway, MacArthur Highway. You go in, the prices change. There's nothing, there's no listings, whether it's a grocery, whether it's items, and I hate that.
That's actually a nicer
I know
wig
the
on her, by
prices
the way. I'll
change.
give her that,
Just, you
dude.
know, it's just the way it is.
It
It's like
fits her
that
better, dude,
boots
than the
and
other one
stuff,
she's
and I
had in the
just
past.
can't see it. I need to see the prices, and at least
It looks a little bit
the
more
same
natural.
cord I can find similar on Lazada, and then I find then sometimes I was going to pay double. So it's like dang, that was only $200. I was ready to give $400 for it because it was worth it. Because if you get it on Amazon in America, it probably was a $20 cord, that kind of stuff. And so I got smart. So yeah. Thanks. I like your new hairstyle. Yeah, it's actually I said this one looks pretty legit. It's got the two-tone to it, not too blonde.
fits around my chunky little face now, my bloated chunky face, and yeah, I like it. I'm disabled in the head, yeah, me too, insane in the membrane. Hey, what's going on? Colorado's in the house. Greetings to all colorful, expensive Colorado. Yeah, I bet. How's that going? By the way, great white sharks are cool. Yeah, hey, with the shark. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's insane. You know, I'm like, oh, well, $5 isn't that bad. And then I'm like, crap, man, that's really expensive to fill up a tank. That's just insane. And then add in the insurance and you know, part of the country has car payments. And I just couldn't imagine just to go somewhere. And it's like, you're not even making money anymore for certain jobs or I love, yeah, Leah Perrin, yeah. Yeah, we were getting that at directly at SNR, and then we just ordered it like one day when I didn't have it. It's like, I'm not going to have George to buy a few items, and then I'm not going to, it was easier just to get it online. And so, no, they wrap it like 100 times, like George says, they wrap stuff in a million pieces of bubble wrap here. The boxes may look a little crushed when they arrive here. When I first got here, I was like panicking
button,
over
say
bit
hi.
boxes. They would never look like that, mostly in America. I mean, on the occasion, but mostly you wouldn't see it. Here you'll see 20 boxes tied down with a string all crushed off the back of their
Whoa,
motorcycles.
Robert
It's like,
Bennett.
hey, as long
My
as it's in one piece, I
F-150
don't care
truck
anymore.
payment costs
So you just start
$750 a
getting that.
month because it costs
Okay, it's not broken.
$75,000. I hate it.
And sometimes I've
Well, dude,
had like
$75,000 for
certain
a truck,
items, like there
dude.
was a cat toy where there was
And
something
what you
plastic
put
inside
down,
that was
dude?
like minute or something. It was broken. I'm not gonna send it back just based on that. So you know, there's been a few chipped items, but it's not worth
Dude,
it.
I don't know if I could buy it, dude.
Very true. Your channel's always been unique, pretty much.
And
Whether
even
it's
then, dude, if you try to go
attitude
buy a
or
vehicle
most
with
definitely.
cash,
So
they
is yours. I
won't
like
like
yours.
accept
Mine.
it because the whole thing they want you to get the financing and the warranties and all that. That's how they make the money. They don't make the money by selling the car. They make the money by selling the warranties and the finance from the finance companies.
No, I already did. George has a few
I hate
daughters.
buying new
Now we
vehicles,
got
dude.
the grandson, the granddaughter, so we have two grandchildren.
I've actually never
And
bought a new vehicle.
mine
I've never
are
bought a new
in their
vehicle.
upper 30s in
Both my
America
trucks were
right
used.
now.
They've had one
So,
previous owner,
yeah, did
and they were
that.
in
Did it
great
when I was
shape. Both trucks
young.
were in great shape, man.
Get
Both
it out of the way.
F-150s.
Good kids. Both of
I miss
them
having
are
a
still
truck,
taking
man. I miss my old
classes
truck.
in college and everything. So I'm really proud
If
of
I ever
them.
get another truck, it will be a bigger truck.
Hey, what's going
That's
on?
for sure.
Scott is in the house. What is
So,
going on, Scott and Aziza's
that being said,
world? Aziza's world. I always say Aziza. I don't know why
you
I
know,
put that.
that's not gonna be anytime soon right now, dude. If he bought an
That's
F-150 at
Nashville. All the music
75,000,
and talent.
he probably bought a
Novelty wears
250.
off. Yeah, and minimum
F-250.
$30 a part, 15 for a mixed drink done.
I don't
Yeah.
see an F-150
You
for that
know, it's got
much.
to be pretty scary just to step
Unless,
out. So I
unless
hate to say it.
I
I'm
don't know,
glad
dude.
I sowed
A
my oats
Raptor
and
would
did
like
my
be more
thing in
than that. That's
America
100 something.
when things were cheap. That's when you still could get a decent wage. A three bedroom apartment
F-150,
was
like
500.
all the
And
bells
you'd
and
been like,
whistles.
damn, it's 500 a
Probably
month for this. And that had been when I was
F-150
raising
XLT.
kids. And so wages, you know, not
Huh.
the greatest, but not the worst. So I just
Two
can't.
people on
And the
say
problem is
hi.
people are just getting into
Do
debt.
me a
They
favor, hit the
pretend
like
that they're
button, say
okay,
hello.
and then they have a bunch of credit cards.
Just sitting
and
here
everything goes on the
watching
credit cards,
YouTube,
and
listen to
yeah,
Heidi's
it's
live
pretty
stream.
actually rough and everything.
Philippine Antics.
So
Just showing my support. Just checking my
when you
portfolio right
first get off
now.
the plane and you're
Trying to set
staying
it
in
up.
an
Might buy a little
Airbnb,
bit
no
more
bills,
crypto
life
as
is
it's going
great. 5
down.
years later, getting the rental
You know, you
house,
buy the dip.
7,000. Yeah, if you want something Western. Although
It's
that's
been
way
dipping,
cheaper
that's
than
for sure.
America. You're gonna pay, you know, a decent
It's
place
dipping
in
even more.
America in a decent area, not even fancy neighborhood. Yeah, you're talking 2,000,
So I'm in
1,500,
no rush.
2,000. But here, yes, give or take, these guys are going into $40,000, $50,000 condos and houses here. So, but a lot of them are getting, you know, 3,000, 4,000 a month. So, you know, it's a portion of their money, and then everything else runs cheap. The housing is gonna depends is the money, but it's the electricity and the medical that's going to hit you like big. And groceries are not quite American priced, but they're getting there. When you look at the bananas and some of them are charging 100 per kilo or something, like the prices are going up. It's like it's more. I've already checked. When I've been purchasing bananas, they're more than they are in America. So some things are more, like raspberries, blueberries. I didn't check on the avocados, but I would
I really
say
gotta get
that
my.
the
Dude, I gotta
groceries
go
are
try to
not
get my
quite
dice.
half
That's
of
changed,
what it
guys.
is. And if you're wanting those
I'm
Western
seeing so
foods and you
blurry
can't
now.
switch to generics, what they would
Goliath.
call generics,
Not
or
Goliath.
used to a certain thing, then
Not
there's
Goliath. Yeah.
there's
Well,
nothing, you know,
you okay, buddy?
there's nothing that can be done. So let me see. Just looking for. I use like the cough drops. My mouth is getting dry. That's why I keep drinking fluid, but I'm only allowed so much fluid a day.
It's got to be
But
the Raider
you
stuff
know,
that's
I
making everybody
think
scared.
people,
Stop
when
saying
they
hi.
get here, it's like they just go through the money and they think that X amount will save them. And I honestly, there is a right amount, and then at the same time, there's not. Some people may never run into the medical, and then like me, I thought I could make it home no matter what. We had that oh shit money, but the oh shit money is not 30, 40, 60, or 120,000. So I will be getting a full estimate of exactly in the up and coming week of exactly. It won't be down to the dime. They'll give me a package amount because they're going to be like, you could be in here for 10 days before the stents, up to a month just to bring down the inflammation and the IV medication and doing all of that. So they probably won't be able to guesstimate that, but and reevaluate if it is stents, or as I've always said, could be the coronary bypass is what they've always talked about. We are just hoping it can be done, but until I get the inflammation down, we won't know. So anyways, costs for medical will hit you hard. And beings we're on that note, I'm gonna go further in to say that besides, we talked about like the housing and adapting thing, and you get here, life seems different. So this will send people right out, you know, the critical mistakes and would send people home in 3 years. It's the medical. That's number one. Number one, I don't care what anybody says, but nobody minds that. Like nobody pays attention to that. It's the last thing, including death, that people will pay attention to. How they're buried is just it's a cold topic, and people don't talk about it. I think I've seen one or two vloggers do like funeral home stuff where they went into, but not our, like in the realm of our people, like Old Dog and Geo, unless I missed something. Pretty sure they didn't, but I don't watch everything they do. Um, and so death and there's like death taxes and same with taxes. You would need to check all that out also. You're still in a realm of responsibility, like for the vloggers making money. You need to figure that all out. I'm not even gonna go into that anymore. Too many people are like, oh, that's not true, and this is true, and people are just gonna keep guessing. But taxes is another thing, you know. Some people establish their residency here, but others just leave it in limbo. Like they say they're living in America still, so they can avoid those letters being sent out every year. You know, you're going to find your spot that you want to be in because there's those yearly letters when you're on Social Security. So they're like, oh, well, if you leave your bank account in America and you don't tell anything and you just keep collecting it, then they'll never send you that, you know, are you still alive letter every year and then cut your stuff off. No, you're probably right. But according to their papers, you're supposed to let them know. You should let them know you're outside the country. For many reasons. You should be registered with the embassy. I mean, if that's what you
Oh
think
no,
you're
no,
gonna
no! I don't know
hide
about
on there,
fucking UCSD, dude.
that's your prerogative on that. Wash or wash? Which is it? Wash?
All I could, I guess.
Hey, Coco. Good morning to you, Heidi, in New York accent. How you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's going on? You should have stopped when you was ahead, Mike. Right, I've been reading you guys there. people act like they live in your body, right? Claiming nothing is
Oh,
going
dude,
on.
I want fucking dude.
No, it's kind of wild because I'm going to be a little bit more forward. I believe the additional bloggers here talking recently is based on a recent live stream. And I tell you right now, I know people have contacted me and said, you know, the other channel made you look bad. Like it was pretty much, you're evidently sedentary, you're evidently, obese. And, he kind of went on and on about my size. And it's like, I know that, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's not the problem. But if it's the same person that's skinny and was smoking and they smoke, or have other issues, like, I have lupus and I have APS, which is something that causes clots in my body. So, okay, some people have diabetes and they can just die from the diabetes. They have heart issues. They have a lot of other things going on. They still come here. And yes, I am responsible and have had a weight problem my entire life. Okay. And, but the recent shit is because I've been on heavy steroids for a few years and I can't get off of them. It's just where it is. I wouldn't be able to move without them. And also, I've been retaining water. And I started going to the doctor in January, and who knows how long my heart had been acting up. So I could have been putting on like crazy weight in between, but I take responsibility. Hell yeah, I'm sedentary. Everything hurts. It's like, especially now, the last few months has been so bad. I'm making it from about 20 feet at a time. So, and I could before. I could get around just fine, the mall and everything else without needing to sit down, without wheelchairs, nothing before. On the occasion, because of my lupus, I was tired, but now it just, everything feels like concrete. So no, they don't know, and they're afraid of what they don't know, and they're bored. They're absolutely bored. The fact that they're running content, but they'll say I did the same to all the other expats. But we never went in directly without there being a reason on this situation. So it's not like we just picked on people. These channels are just looking to pick. They're picked and they're trying to bring the full drama on it. And that's fair game. I said that. That's why I'm not going to sit there and debate and call out these people's names and go with the other people that want us to do something. And that person that I've already had blocked didn't disappoint because they went in talking about George's past. So why are you bringing that up and why would we go into that? You guys don't know nothing. You've been listening to other people and I don't believe any of the fucking paperwork they claim they've seen, or they've been paying money to docs. And it's weird. Like, one person had me nailed that all I did was drive Uber and that was my entire career. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, okay, there before I left, about 2 years or something before, give or take, not on the numbers. Yeah, I drove part-time on the occasion. And it's like, wow, so it was just meant for extra money. And because it was just what it is. I was bored. And there's a program in Social Security, disability, where you can see if you can handle doing it. And I couldn't. It didn't last very long. So that was the end of it. So it didn't go on for years and I didn't make a ton of money. It was just going to airports in Tampa and back and forth. That was the end of it. But they had my whole career nailed down, and me and George was talking last night, and we were watching All in the Family, and they were going on about Social Security and you can do this. I think it was, they were talking about 62 or something. Well, by the time he gets this, and by the time he gets money from the factory or something, he'll be sitting pretty good. He won't have to work no more. People were proud of that, whether it was they're getting it regular or not. And it's like, but now they're shaming people. But it seems to be they're shaming them more in Asia or in the Philippines, especially, going on that, oh, you're old and busted and collecting Social Security, you should have done better. We did try to do better. So our careers just didn't end on that note, but it's just, they are, and they know they are. That's why they're going on. Okay, that's exactly why they're going on. They're flapping their lips with nowhere to go on it. So they're looking for the extra drama, okay, is what's been going on. The last three channels that we've been brought to our attention, it's like that's all it was. And we are not going to sit through. We've read some of the comments on the live stream that I was on, and they're evidently trolls. And then the person did the live stream responded to the trolls like he didn't even know us or something. It's like, Mike, which is who it was. I'm like, you knew that that's not true. So I don't know why. It's because it's the drama thing. So instead of, deleting it, being it's a two-day account or something, he knows who it was, but he left the comments on there. So a little disappointed. I'm going to say that out loud. So it's just where it is. I enjoy the channel. I like the channel, but I felt like it was exactly what was going to happen. It was meant to be a troll attack. He left a troll on after I left, which I'm not going to watch. But I got a lot of emails saying, hey, you were this and you were that. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to ask, about the video. That's up to that person to leave it up. I hope it's worth it for 1,500 views to keep it up. Doesn't bother me. I'm not taking none of my stuff down. So it's fair game. It's YouTube. It's fair. Hey, what's going on? Read. Hey, Laura, good morning. Good morning. What is going on? Everybody saying hi and hi to mom. What is going on? I love the truck though. My F-150, it scrolls up, so it's kind of hard to catch it. My F-150 truck payment is $750 a month because it's 75,000. I hate it. Yeah, what's the insurance on that? I had a Nissan Rogue before I left, and the insurance at one point when I was driving part-time from Uber, because they considered it commercialized because you got somebody in the car, went up to, back then, it's probably crazy now, it was like $350 a month, and I'm like, yeah, that's insane. So yeah, see, there just was no profit after, if you kept driving, the wear and tear and the miles and the gas. It was like, yeah, you'd be lucky to make $30. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So California expat uploaded topic yesterday was tracing the history of white light skinned Filipinos preferred than darker. I think it's a mix of them, because some guys really like the morenas. And then there's some that are proclaiming to be morena and unless they've been bleaching their skin, I thought morena was based on like the tone of the skin and everything, not that it's the area they're from, right? Because this person's skin was as light as mine, and she's like, I'm proud to be morena. And I just looked and I'm like, I was actually puzzled by the statement. I think they're both beautiful no matter what, for sure. When I got here, like if you go into like Watson's or SM, which are the bigger chain stores, it's like everything had like skin lightening in it. So you have to watch their soaps and different things. So, hey, what's going on? I never send nothing back. I take it.
Hello.
Doing good. Same old,
Welcome
same
to
old.
the
Just
California Bear
hanging
Inc. Live
What is
show.
going on? Hey, Philly's in the house. Good morning, Philly. What's
Right
going
here. Say hi.
on?
Okay. Here
Using
we go.
credit cards for cities like food. Yeah, they are. Or what's that new thing they're doing here? Which I guess they do it here too, like Gcash. You can take out loans, but I guess they're giving small loans on cards to do. Well, they've always done some sort of loan system in America like they do here, but they use it for groceries or they finance something. Like if you're going to Disney, then it's in a finance, like a pay here thing. And it's kind of crazy. So these people are, okay, let's go to Disney this weekend. All right, only $12 a month, but it adds up in the end. Go to SNR and you'll see a big dent in the fund, right? It's at least a 10,000 peso trip for sure. Which, if you think about it, 200 when you're going to a chain like that and you're getting like more on the bulk side and stuff like.
She doesn't let
When
me
we
do that or
went,
not.
we got sweet potato
She only lets
fries,
you buy
and that
$1
was like the last
each.
trip, which was a few months ago. And we got like these sweet potato fries that had like nothing on it. There was no sugar, no cinnamon. It was pretty much just frozen sweet potatoes cut up. And so I was like, that's pretty good. There's some things that are
I
worth
gotta add
going
like
there
those the
for.
steak what I got left over in there anyways when I was staking those coins.
I have a genetic blood mutation that makes me
My father grew up
So
under Nazi
USDG,
occupation in the
I'll
Civil
confirm.
War. He taught me you
I'll
can't
just stake those
negotiate
for
with
now.
cruelty. You have to fight back. My name is Eleni Kounalakis. You can call me Eleni. As treasurer, I'll stand up to Trump's hateful agenda, defend our coast against oil drilling, and take on Trump's
Okay, cool.
attacks on our colleges. Because this is the moment our kids and our community.
So I'll buy USDC and then
For state treasurer.
Overstay. I don't watch Overstay. Like a lot of the channels, we don't sit around watching them all day. We don't. If something comes up where
she
like
came on my live stream
something
one time. I
happened,
remember
like Mark
that. And
Thornton,
she actually
the
commented on
singer,
like
having a baby
a
at a
couple
certain age,
times.
the age gap relationship, quitting his medications. That's
Yeah.
something totally different. But we never went into his life and just tried to nail him to the wall like certain channels did. Same with him. I really don't. I don't like his channel. I know his channel is. I don't know if it's considered scripted like or planned like, but the fact that he's, I don't know. It's like it's
Oh, thank you,
genius
buddy.
where he's
Oh.
pretending to be a cheater, but not a cheater, but a cheater at the same. I haven't figured out what's going on, and nor do I just don't. No reason, and there's no reason to cover him. I've been there over 5 years,
34.38.
and
It's going
my
down
only
more.
medical issue is gout. If I drink too much alcohol, the gout attacks. Oh yeah. Wasn't it other things? George was thinking he had that, but I thought it was other things like salt, sugar, something that triggers it also. There's something else. Tio and going back and forth, talking, hey, what's going
35.15 right
on?
now.
You make your choices based on you. That is
So
true.
right now
Only
it says
you know the real you. Right, and only I know what's going on. So if you think this other channel or
so
these other
33.60
ones
60 is
were
the bid,
changing, it's not. It
but
really
the average
isn't.
buy price is
And I don't expect people to get
35.93.
on
No,
board. I also,
I'm not gonna buy at
it's been said
35.93,
lately that
guys.
I'm
I'm sorry.
expecting 100% for everybody to cover me, and it's poor planning, and it's because I'm broke and all that. It's like I'm running a YouTube channel. It's either, people are
Okay.
going to help or they're not. And when I'm quiet, that's when the money comes in. Do you see what I mean? It's like either people are or they're not. But here's the thing, they were going to support the channel anyways. I'm just letting people know I'm sick. If you don't like
KSM.
it, don't watch. Oh, that's
Which
all she
one's
goes on
KSM?
about. Yeah, you're damn right. I am dying every day with serious heart issues. My lupus is attacking my body. I can barely get around. So people are going to make it in the direction that they want to make it for their content. And,
Ooh, Zebek. Zebek is down too.
I wouldn't have done that. I'll let you know right now, you know,
Everything's dropping right now.
there's no way. I still am going to say I was disappointed in that last live stream. It just, the comments left up, the way and direction it went, and he let a major troll up to say a bunch of lies. And you did let him up, but you didn't delete or edit or whatever. To me, that's a problem. The more I have to hear from people about it, the more it's like, WTF.
Oh,
So it's
Kusama.
like, what the fuck? Let me just say it. So it's just where it is. I'm a little disappointed in the ones that want to go on, but it's fair game because
Mina's
until
below
now,
5
I let
cents.
you guys out of
They're
my
all going
dirty
down.
little mouth. And I'm a cuss if I want to cuss. Gal, not gal, right? And hello, Ted. Hello to the family. What's going on? I missed my Ford Expedition.
Let me do it on my phone.
I'm tired of the cost of the car, just too much. No, it is. That's why I'm a little disappointed with George. When the family gave the car, it was nice of them. We were appreciative. But I told George the day they gave it, I said, we really shouldn't take it, because it was like a decision. It's just not like they showed up with a ribbon on it. I told him, I said, one, we don't like the
Stop scratching,
AC
buddy.
going out is like $300 to fix something simple. It's, there's all kinds of things that's starting to go out on the car. And it's like, it's costing more and more money. And,
Okay.
using that to just go grocery
Salama.
shopping for the family or here and there is just not worth having
Yes,
the car. We just don't have it like that. I tried to explain. And of course, the more you say to some
It's still
guys
not
or
coming
women,
up, man.
they just don't hear, but it's getting to be a money trap, and it's costing more than us just taking a Grab Direct and then going somewhere and back, because we only go so many places. So the biggest benefit right now is to be able to use it to go see the family, or where he goes out and does recordings in different areas. But he was taking jeepneys before, he was taking Grabs before, so I don't,
491.
it is really setting back.
Okay.
That is
bye.
for sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Gout is the king's disease, my friend. You said, yeah, if you haven't had it. Is it Henry VIII? Yeah. Gout is a new ailment, right? I think they're all
503 right
beautiful,
now.
light and dark. Eye candy, yeah. It's like
502.
I like a little honey and I like a little chocolate in my coffee, people. Too late, Gary. We lost power for 4 hours today. I had to use my backup generator. We lose power a couple times.
That's what happens.
Up to a couple hours, and then maybe every now and then they'll do that 4 or 8 hour thing. That's why we ended up getting, officially, we got those battery packs I showed you. We've had those for a long time, but we actually got like batteries that look like car batteries, and then we have where you attach, I don't know, I'm not good at this stuff, some sort of regulator that clips on there, and then you're able to plug something in, an adjuster, whatever, and then it'll keep the oxygen machine going for a few hours, and the same with, and then the solar power panel, we can connect.
So it's in the
with Windows
afternoons
Yen
and then in the middle of
so
night when the
gotta have
prices
some
seem to
sort
go
of
down.
setup here. A Firm is a great company. $600 at a big store in Eileen,
569.
but still can't make a complete meal. Yeah, it's crazy. As someone said the other day, me refusing, I said it was in a video, me refusing to buy a $17
534.
hamburger, thought I could make it myself.
So let's
and
keep
he's
an eye
right.
on
He
it.
spent me $50 getting the
534
stuff, the cheese, the buns, and the toppings
531.
on it, the lettuce and all that came out to something ridiculous. And I've got dishes, the guy said. I said, yeah, that's pretty much it. The same with eating healthy. People are like, well, yeah, it's, well, actually some people have debated that eating healthy is not more expensive, and I beg to differ that it isn't.
52,
When you get out of the
6.
prepackaged stuff that they're bulking up with a bunch of other crap and sugar, that stuff drops down to like 20 cents here. To get chips and junk and cake and all that. But when you go buying chia seeds, it's like something astronomical, and the oatmeal, and all of that adds up and adds up quick. Good morning, Heidi from San Francisco. Hey, where I'm paying anywhere from $640 to $720. See, that's insane. That's just absolutely insane. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Pat. Viral news in my area is a rich male tourist threw a coconut-sized rock and endangered a monk's seal. Oh, I seen that. That was crazy. And his response, when asked, "I'm rich, I can afford to pay the fine." Yep, sounds about familiar there. Yeah, most definitely. Newig.
It's 490 now. What did I buy it at? 502. God damn it.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, we've seen Philo and last seen him in a mall months and months ago. Rest in peace, Philo from Philippines channel. He tried to join the Rump Ranger moped gang, and they wouldn't let him, huh? I have no idea. Are you serious? Philo in the Philippines passed away? I thought you were just making a joke that he couldn't join the gang. I don't know anything about that. I would think that other people in Angel City would have covered that more than covering me. So
Yeah, he's more well liked.
Came back to the OC and tried to make it work, but sadly passed away. That's news to me. I've been lucky on the brownouts. And that's something else is
this stuff's
people on the
taking up.
adjustments here.
Takes forever.
You know, one of the things that is like the critical mistakes is they think they can handle the heat. They think they can handle the different odors and the atmospheres and the cultural differences and just everything. And it's not as easy. I just seen a woman that was on TikTok, and I kind of understand where she's coming from. She is a Filipina in America, and she showed herself being upset and vulnerable and crying and bad days and all of that. And she's saying she misses her family and she has bad days. Well, hell yeah. Living in a foreign country, no matter how many years you've been there, it just never changes that you miss your family and that the adjustment and missing home and that things aren't rough.
Right back, people.
So it's
the restroom break.
I definitely got her point on that situation. So most definitely. I bought fresh beets and some Brussels sprouts. Yeah, at a farmer. Did you guys hear that? Somebody out loud just said, "How can I help you?" Huh, that was really weird. I mean, my phone's right here. My tablet isn't responding. Huh, maybe it's a tablet. They hear a command response or something. Could be Gemini or something. $12 is ridiculous. Like here, you're gonna pay $15-20 for some fresh blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and I'm sorry, just like now I just get the frozen ones. So now one thing I thought would be more expensive is like olive oil, because that's what we cook with, is that, or sesame oil. But not as bad as I actually thought it would be. Right? That shit is expensive here too. We buy the Asian mix. That's got the carrots, the broccoli, the cauliflower in there. It actually, yeah, it's pretty yummy. Like I said, we get it frozen. Still has like some good value in there. So anyway, so yeah, so people adjusting would be the next one I was just saying. But I'll tell you what, I think, you know, one of the mistakes also, which you can bring so much money with you, is like savings and income. Like people make a big mistake thinking they can bring 20,000 and live off it for a few years, or that they can live on the 900 a month. So, and there are people that come way less. They come with like 3,000-4,000 US. We came with 60. It's gone. Well, we didn't arrive with 60,000. We left America with that much. Okay, so we lived in Mexico for 6 months and bought a bunch of stuff. Our tickets were about 4 times as much as they are now. It was just crazy. And then we were furnishing things, and so family money with some tragedies that happened. That's it. Medical things that came up in between, you know, because I was dealing with the skin cancer on my face. Let's see, right there. And so, but that wasn't like a wipeout thing. I mean, that was a few hundred US. I mean, it's like, that was nothing. But all in all, it still wasn't enough. it was not enough, and people are, coming up with like different amounts. I should have brought 100,000, or a bunch of these expat YouTubers are like, oh, I've got the money. So they will say this until they come up like that. But we never said we had the money. We said a while back we didn't have the money. So surprise, surprise, we're not one of them. But the others are, proclaiming to have everything going on or talking shit like they got everything going on. And then you can see they don't. So you can't go by the YouTube channels that are saying 800's enough, no savings, come with your Social Security, because it's not enough. You're going to have to secure other things. And these guys are coming alone. At least I have George. It feels like I'm alone sometimes. But it's at
Confirmation
least I
code.
have somebody here. And so it's a big difference.
Oh, at gmail.com.
So medical savings, not being able to adapt, downfalls and sending people back. Another one I would say is the relationships, probably at the very bottom of everything. And that's because a lot of them left relationships, said they wouldn't get into them, and when they do, it either totally destroys them and they hate the country afterwards and they go back, or they got scammed somehow, some way out of money, and that's how some of them end up homeless. And that gets to be an issue too. The relationships. I don't think the guys left America thinking I'm going to go have kids, or I'm going to marry a woman with kids and raise her kids. I've seen, like, I just looked today and it just seems like there's a new vlogger popping up every minute, and it's like, well, maybe they'll, give a little bit more information, and I hope, want to see how this channel does and all of this, but again, it's a dime to a dozen situation. Most of them, you'll see that on their channel, they've got all these little cute TikToks and shorts of how they talk online, and it's just the same story. It just keeps going over and over again. They get here, they get quickly married. Most of them have babies right away. These are guys from 40 to 70 doing this. And I think getting married within the first few years is just a major mistake. And so
she speaks from
that
experience.
also will cost financially, and so that is for sure.
Okay, that's allocated.
Oh, yeah, the humidity, man. I cannot handle the humidity and the heat. No, or loose dogs. Yeah, there's a lot of the traffic. Yeah, that's the insanity, is the traffic and the heat. It really is crazy. Huge broccoli stem. I call it tree trunks. Yeah, there's some that just big trunks. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I would think coconut oil would be cheap in the Philippines, but it's not. No, it's actually not. We get that MCT in a smaller bottle, and I either use that like on skin or something. We use it for other things, and I've been known to put some of that in my coffee. And so I've put like an egg. You guys ever see where people put eggs in coffee, kind of like an Italian thing, and then I'll add the MCT, or yeah, I tried to do that morning coffee thing for a long time. All you do is end up going to the bathroom, which I guess that helps. Price is life, right? Most definitely. The only brownouts I have is when I take a dump, right? If you can afford it.
Yeah. Oh, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it right now.
So, Brother Pat. Your olive oil may be counterfeit or blended. Yeah, there is. Yeah, we try to get ours from like S&R. We check to make sure, because there are some that have like the sunflower oil and all the different things mixed. So we try to get like Bertolli or something, one of the bigger names. So, hey, Ronald. Ronald, what is going on? Hello, Miss Heidi. It's always good to see you. Upbeat spirits. Thank you.
Oi, you all right, buddy?
You would think bananas. Yeah, you would think so. You would actually think so. Let me check current. I know they didn't have, like, they actually sell, believe it or not, different types. They just announced that
Shh. Hey,
Checking right now.
what are you doing?
It's
Itchy boy.
a current price.
Itchy boy. Itchy boy.
$dollars
I
a
know.
pound, and I still think that's high. What's the price of bananas where you guys are right now?
Okay, lay down. All right, lay down.
Like what
Lay
you
down
guys
here, over there where you want to lay
paying
down. All right, thank you.
for bananas? All right, so right now it'd be 78 a pound. Okay, so they're not selling the dole because that goes up to 100 and something. So, all right, so that's not bad. Oh no, that is a pound. That's not 1 kg. They usually sell it. So my mistake. So that's $1.25. It's $1.25 a pound. So how much are the bananas? Yeah, $1.25 a pound. Rob, I'm rinsing rice at this moment. I made another batch of beef jerky because I can control the salt on it, and it's a high protein thing, and you get like a lean cut of meat. I get like $10 worth, and it's thin. And then I soak
OKB
it
has
in,
dipped
like there's a
past
liquid
81.57.
smoke,
Nah, I'm
and
not right
I
about that
use like a
OKB.
tablespoon of brown
Nice to know
sugar. I
though.
put 1 or 2 tablespoons of coconut amino, and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. So with the salt, with all the meat, it's spread out. You eat 1 or 2 pieces here, but compared to if you eat a couple pieces of the other stuff, it's my day's worth of sodium. And the electricity's cheap on the food dehydrator. We bought that a few years ago, so.
Why does it keep going to like
I
a
made that the
light
other day.
to setting, dude? It's pissing me off, dude. I don't want that to brightness, dude. I
Right.
don't. Jesus Christ, guys.
Right out and that being on there. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Yeah, no, it's that's been like that forever. Like in New York, they'll take and I think it's the entire egg, not the egg yolk, because I put the whole thing in there and you use like a frothing stick. Basically, it just thickens the coffee, and you put a shitload of sugar in there. And so yeah, it's an Italian thing, and people have been doing it for a while.
Not yet.
Like a lot of people didn't even know that they were doing that when they made their coffee. So it just looked more like a cappuccino is what it makes it. Just thickens it.
57.26.
So.
Oh, it's been lower than that. 53.
My daughter used to
Just
live
wait.
with me here, but she said it was so hot, it felt like the devil was breathing on her, breathing down her neck. That's what I used to say.
All right.
You ain't wrong on that one. That's nothing wrong with that. Luzon power plant added a low reserve for a few days, so they did rotating brownouts for 3 hours last week. Yeah, we're probably looking at that again for sure. For sure. Wow. See, 29 cents. There's no reason it should be $1.25. The Philippines just moved up to the second producer of bananas in the world.
One person
and we've
on.
got a
Hello.
shipment here, and they're charging
Hi. Say hi.
And if I take away
Hit the like button.
that's at a store
And listen to Heidi.
because I won't be skin taxed for the same $1.25 at the public, which that's pretty much what they're charging me, then it's still $1 a pound, and it's like for bananas, so it's like, jeez, man. Right, that's what I need to do. We one time we got like.
Yeah, I should have this one on the main. There you go.
Ones, looks like
GVP.
yeah, I couldn't eat those. I have a banana split now. I had something the other day that was pretty yummy. It was banana and used coconut milk.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna buy.
And like a tablespoon.
I'm gonna buy Great Britain coin.
Turned out pretty yummy. So put it into 1 Starbucks cup that I got like a year ago. George keeps cleaning it out. George in the plastic, man. It's like I sit it there on the counter. It's got a little bit in there, and like I just throw the cups away. Not George. George will wash the cup and the straw and put it up there. It's funny. So now I got used to doing the same. So now I got like this 1 Starbucks cup. I think I got like a dragon drink or something. Okay, I have kids. Two
35, huh?
that live in Minnieville and Shelbyville.
We'll see if that ever
My
changes.
daughter and ex-wife live in what's that? Murfreesboro.
Shh,
Murfreesboro.
quit scratching.
Yeah, I wish.
I don't think you can stake
Scott
that
says
one
I
though.
just got out back of the house and got bananas from the trees. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish, like I said, we've been in this place now probably for over close to 4 years, and it's like, I was like, if we ever move from here, it's got to be something that's where we can produce some fruit or something. Might have to send the cats out to pick it, you know.
The Euro C is a euro-backed stablecoin issued by Circle, the same company behind USDC, a present stable euro of a denomination asset, crypto, DeFi, payments, trading, and enabling payments trading.
Before, and it's based on British food, and it's really a good place. But when they wanted $7 for some green beans that had some grinded up like hamburger meat in it, and that was it, and there was probably, I don't know, it wasn't worth it for the cost, and it came in like a really small amount. I'm like, yeah, there's some places and some things that cost way more than it probably should. I just think, you know, they got to run the restaurant, and sometimes they have a ton of employees, but the banana thing should be, it's like a no-brainer on something like that. It shouldn't be that high. But I guess neither should be the rice, I guess. Laura said, yeah, 80 cents. Siri said 75 to $1.50. I hate Siri. Too politically correct for me, right? It probably depends on the area and everything, because if you go to places like Mindanao or Baguio, yeah, the bananas are going to drop substantially. In mine, I get from the box stores, and there's literally a place like a half a block from the house. And when we did that the last time, we got charged the same price as the store. That was my comparison. I said, George, you're charging us more than the store. He goes, I know. And so it's like, no, you got skin tax, brother. So get in the car. So it's just
QCAD is a Canadian first compliant Canadian dollar stablecoin issued by Stablecoin. Each QCAD token is backed 1-to-1 Canadian dollars held in reserves at the financial institution side
and
by.
anything that's Western or modern or whatever is really going to cost you. Oh yeah. Costco sells bananas at $2.39 for a 6-pack. That's like just 6 bananas. Well, it's kind of like when you go to 7-Eleven and it's 89 cents a banana, and I've done it. I'm like, oh, I'm never going to buy a banana for 89 cents, and then boom, put it up on the register. It's like, it was more of a convenience thing.
I have to buy 2 Canadian dollars now.
I miss Mr. Softy ice cream truck. Yeah, we get the ice consistent. We have the hole that comes through twice a day, and we have the ice cream guy, and later the balloon. The hominy guy comes through, and I'm like, what is that, George? I said, is that the ice cream? And he said, no, that's the hominy person. You want some corn? I'm like, no, because every time I forget and try it and I don't like it, it's just like it's the puffed corn, and then it's got like cream and some sort of tasteless powder on top, and it's just really bland. But the hominy is like, or the corn is the harder bits. It's not like, it just wasn't my thing. And so he's like, do you want it? And I said, you know I won't eat that, but you ask me every time, and it's something I've done it before. I said, yeah, I guess. And then I was like, oh crap, it's this. So like they have snack people come around, but we do get an ice cream guy that comes around. So all right, 50 cents a pound at Food Lion. There it is. Who has had
USDS, formerly known as DAI, is a stablecoin of the decentralized Sky protocol designed to maintain soft peg to the US dollar. It allows users to participate in the Sky ecosystem, reports through without giving the control to other funds. USDS is an upgraded version of the DAI, backed by surplus collateral protocols, enables users.
Because I'm like, are you serious? That or he skin taxed me for it.
That's the form of
But I
die.
couldn't
That's what I
believe
don't
it.
get.
I was
Dude,
like,
I don't know,
you
dude.
have an account and it's a business account on top of it. It wasn't a regular account, which it should make a difference if you've been doing that. And I said, I was like, what's going on? I love Southern cooking. My sister in South Carolina did not have banana pudding there. My neighbors make it, so I've had some from the South. I
Now
don't
a
do
die
fried
coin
Oreos.
here.
The Filipinos would love that. You
Die is a
probably
collateral
would.
back stable coin pegged the US dollar die. This is for
Something just
centralized
over
stable
the
coin
top.
built on the Ethereum blockchain because the price of the die
Just
is
read
pegged to
through
the US dollar.
here.
They experience relatively little market volatility. Top things, method
Sounds
of
like
payment,
raw
hedging.
BB ice cream.
You know, there was another one actually.
Philippines is becoming overinflated on everything it seems. It does seem. I've been here long enough to know that it is. I think every country does have it, but I said this the other day, and the vlogger wasn't wrong. He was straightforward, and I
There we
said,
go.
that's exactly it. I subscribed for him on the spot, and he said that, I said this, that the
The FINA
restaurants
USD.
here are really overcharging. And if they're Western, even more so. But they entice in these Filipinos that are broke because like 60% of the country is under a certain income and they're broke, but yet somehow every time we go to these places, it's Filipinos. Now, a lot of them are bloggers, they're trying to do content, they want to try something different, and they're like quick to get there and stuff. But then it's like, they say that they'll like save up, which they will, and then they'll just show up. And that the food is overcharged. It's, I still cannot believe, yes, some of the costs that that they're charging. It's like, whew. So yes, they're overinflated on things. Their service is under their most places. And they're, yeah, it's always off on things here. But then again, I have to be fair. I haven't been home in 6-7 years, so just to be fair, it's servers could be going downhill there, or depends who the servers are, or something else going on. How it actually goes. There are reasons all the politicians here are 80+ years old. They're rich and eat healthy. Yeah. Us po folks eat spaghetti. Yeah. Don't have that personal chef. Well, I just seen a guy, he was legit. The guy's eating pizza his entire life. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the man does not put anything else in his body. And so it's like, he didn't have any health problems, seemed to be in his 50s.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
And skinny.
Tell me you're fucking kidding me. Hey, güey, ¿a quién le dijeron que no le iban a dar pinche boleto, güey? Which one of the retirees? Because that's bullshit. If they're fucking calling non-members to invite them, why wouldn't they?
I told you, stir the pot. Yo, sir, how you doing, Raphael? How you doing? Hey, do me a favor, man. If you want to talk, we can talk. You hit me a like button, please. I've been sitting here stagnant, not doing anything, guys. Just sitting my Kraken account, buying some coins. It was the gobbledygookler. He must have fucking huffed and puffed and gobbled, dude. He must have puffed up, dude, and he's like, gobble, 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 gobble. I've been here since 7 in the morning, gobble, gobble, for an hour and 45 minutes, gobble, gobble. No tickets, gobble, gobble, gobble. Dude, he must have rewritten that thing, dude, on there, dude. But he was like real nice. I'll show it to you, but I don't want to screenshot and waste like memory to send you that stuff. But it was the gobbledygooker, the guajolote. Yeah, dude, he posted it on there this morning. I've been here since in the morning to video actually of everybody in line, dude. It looked like the border, dude. In La pinche línea way when it goes around the circles and shit. How you doing, Rafa? I'm doing good, buddy. I'm just talking Spanish to my buddy here. But how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
It was a gobbledygookler. he must have fucking huffed and puffed and gobbled, dude. He must have puffed up, dude, and he's like, gubba, 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 gubba. I've been here since 7 in the morning for an hour and 45 minutes. Gubba, gubba, gubba. No tickets. Gubba, gubba, gubba. Dude, he must have rewritten that thing, dude, on there, dude. But he was like real nice. I would show it to you, but I don't want to screenshot and waste like memory to send you that stuff. But it was the Gabi Gooker, the Wojolote. Yeah, dude, he posted it on there this morning. I've been here since in the morning to video actually of everybody in line, dude. It looked like the border, dude. La pinche línea, way when it goes around the circles and shit. How you doing, Rafa? I'm doing good, buddy. I just talked to my buddy here. But how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
And talk to them and everything, always have. And I appreciate everybody's support. And I'm gonna get some rest. Bye Venus, bye Laura, hi to Sarah and Victoria and all my girls and all my guys. Talk to you guys later. And
There we go. Now I'm 100%. Something went wrong. Oh well. We're tired of her. 2 Navy jets crashed mid-air Idaho. Ooh, air show. No. Professor Young on Trump's China visit. Sneako. See, if I'm going to do this, this is what I want to do. So I guess I have to get some kind of a laptop or something. Again, this is my broke, guys. Oh, say hi to Rafa. How you doing, Roughly. I need to get a laptop, a new laptop now, actually. I'm working on that, guys. It's going to take me a couple of months. But I got good plasma. And I'm probably going to invest. I have to see. I'll do my homework. I just want something light and like a 15 whatever inch. Nice 14. It's going to fit in a backpack light. And just be able to just do whatever. I can edit my videos. You know, load up the programs I need to do what I want to do, my reaction videos and shit. So as I'm watching stuff right now, you guys can be watching that instead of watching just my ugly face. You know, what I'm watching on YouTube or what I'm watching on Facebook or on TikTok or Instagram or on X. You know, we can just make that our content. That's what I want to do now. That's what I do. And so just talking about like this dumb lady. Oh, I don't want to deallocate. What? No, I don't want to convert that, dude. I don't want to convert it. If it always wants to convert to US money, just let it do it. It just wants me to convert everything to US dollars. No, it's alright. Right? Right. You want to go outside? Come on. I think you want to go outside. Come on. Let's go outside. Boy, come on. The Ripple US dollar. Here. Watch. Right here. Look. There you go. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. There you go. Yeah. So quantum computer is a lie. Let's see what this guy says. If it's a lie.
Attacks don't look like attacks. That's the point. Disguised as a trusted face.
I guess we have to like see do our homework and talk about quantum mechanics and apply it to quantum computing.
Hello world.
I'm an unemployed ex-big tech software engineer with over 25 years of experience in the tech industry. These days, many big tech companies are investing massive amounts of money into quantum computing. Some even say that quantum computing is the next trillion-dollar industry, that quantum computing will be the next big disruptive thing after the current AI hype bubble eventually dies down. So with that in mind, I'd like to share with you a little misadventure that I had with quantum computers and the learnings that I took away from it. So a couple of years ago, the big tech company that I was working for, they decided to host this internal knowledge sharing conference. This is a conference where representatives from all of the company's business units would converge upon a research facility where we would learn all about the
Motherfucker still said
wondrous
550. That's
innovations
why I don't like
that
that.
our company's R&D department has been
They'll
cooking
sell
up.
it to you at
So they
fucking.
never explicitly mentioned it, but I think the intent for this conference was for people from other business units to come up with ways to make money from all of the innovations that our R&D teams were coming up with. So anyways, I went to that conference and there were a lot of very interesting technologies being presented there. But what really caught my eye was a quantum computer that was hosted in that facility. At that time, it must have been one of the most, if not the most powerful quantum computer in the entire world. Now, I'm not a scientist. I really wasn't very good at physics, even in school. But even to me, the potential use for quantum computing is huge. So let's take a step back and talk about what a quantum computer is supposed to do for us. Now, suppose you're trying to solve a simple math problem. The problem is to find all the sums of two numbers, where each number can take the value of 0 or 1. Now,
Cancel
how would
custom
a
orders.
normal classical
I don't have enough
computer
money to
solve
do that
this
on
problem?
there yet.
To find all the sums, it
One
would
day I
need to
will, though.
take in all of the inputs as bit strings, and there will be 4 such inputs. The computer would perform 4 computational add operations and then return 4 distinct outputs. But a quantum computer works
They're not selling it like what it's showing,
a
dude.
single input
That's
bit
something I
string.
wait till it gets
This
like really
input
down
bit string would be
low. I'm not
composed
gonna
of
buy anymore,
quantum
dude.
bits or qubits. And that single
Average buy price
input
23, and
string
it's
would
at
represent
21 right
all
now.
4 possible
That, dude.
permutations of the input. The quantum computer then performs a single computational operation and it returns an output. And that output contains all of the
That's what I'm gonna do.
outputs,
Just roll
all
low
of the
now.
sums for the given possible input permutations. So a quantum computer can solve this problem faster than the classical computer. Now here's the thing though. Instead of having just 4 operations, what if you had a problem that has trillions upon trillions of operations to solve? In that case, even the most powerful classical computer, like think a government supercomputer out there, would take decades or even centuries to solve this problem, which means it ain't never getting solved. But a quantum computer can, at least in theory, solve that same problem almost instantly. So think about
I'll set up the
really
same
hard
price.
problems, like how could you simulate the spread of cancer through a human body down to the molecular level? Problems like how to accurately predict the weather of a specific location, say 6 months from now, or how do you decrypt sensitive communications from rival corporations or even nation states in real time. With quantum computers, problems that were literally impossible to solve would become easily solvable. So obviously I was super excited with the prospect of this technology.
Hey!
And the
Scratchy.
researcher there,
Looks like it's gonna
he
rain.
kindly let me know that as an employee, I was entitled to a number of free cloud credits where I'm actually able to interact and experiment with this quantum computer using cloud APIs provided by our company. So over the next couple of weeks, I found myself descending into this deep, absorbing rabbit hole of quantum computing, exploring, experimenting, and tinkering. almost nonstop.
It
By
is
the end
slower.
of it, if I'm
250.
being honest, it was kind of driving
It's
me
at
crazy a little
259.
bit. In the process, however, I did get several important learnings. The first learning is that while in theory, quantum computers are miraculous, in practice, they're really not that useful. Why is that? Well, let's take that simple problem that we were looking at earlier.
End the day with endless comfort. Sleep Number. To a good
Well, I
night's
mean, to the
sleep.
normal person, I guess a computer like that wouldn't be like really useful, right?
Like buying your first car.
But
Yes.
I mean,
Cute.
I remember I was an apprentice. 2008, we were working at UCSD, and one of the projects, we had a lot of projects there, like 3 or 4 projects, and one of them was called the supercomputer. I was there from pretty much from the beginning, you know, the good part of it. It was a big, huge supercomputer in built UCSD. I don't know if that thing's even obsolete now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Darren. It's just I'm a project manager too, and that report looks amazing. Hey, it's still no project.
Go outside. It's outside. It's open.
Very organized. This is a workload report.
But
Something wants
yeah.
distribute their tasks, keep the team from getting burnout. Wait, so you just drag and fix everything? That's brilliant. Yep, I also test release early, and I step in before they become bottlenecks. But it's so many moving parts. Not really. You have a way to track everything. Time, progress, budget, and the repetitive stuff that's fully automated. Awesome. Oh, guess what's mine? Quick, how long have you used this at the project school? It's been a while. Started with Justine, but it scaled with her needs. Now it fits right in with our other tools. Hoping that leads to a Monday meeting. That's the dream. Run your business on Zoho.
So
The issue is that while output
it's been a long way. 79. I'm gonna buy some of those coins eventually one day. That's the goal. Coins are like under $100. Eventually one day, at least buy one whole coin.
possible answers just disappears into the ether.
Gotta have them all, just like Pokemon.
You will end up with just one answer, randomly chosen from those 4 possible answers. But for this to actually be
Oh yeah,
useful,
Telcoin.
you need to get
Oh yeah, fucking Caspa and Zimic were like all low. I gotta see what they're at now.
this fundamental issue. And after decades of research, scientists
Let
and
me check them out.
mathematicians, they've only been able to find a small number of algorithms that can extract useful information from the outputs of quantum computers. I think a few of the more famous algorithms
Caspa's here.
Shor's algorithm, which is used to factor huge
33. Hit 32 for a minute.
algorithm, which is used to speed up the searching of databases and such. But by and large, for most of the problems that we want to solve with a quantum computer, an algorithm hasn't been discovered yet to actually solve it. So this algorithmic deficit is really what's preventing the quantum computing industry from becoming a trillion-dollar industry. So financial viability aside, as I started getting deeper and deeper into quantum computers and figuring out how they work under the hood, things started getting just really weird for me. So at the core of these quantum computers, you have qubits. They're really just electrons, and they're used to store the input and output data. That's the strange part. For a qubit to hold
Zimic.
multiple possibilities at once during a computation, the electron doesn't sit in a single definite state. Instead, it exists in what's called a superposition, a kind of blending of all possible states that the electron could be in. The electron is literally everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It's like spinning a coin. While the coin is spinning, it's not head or tails. It's actually both. Only when you stop the coin and look do you find out definitely whether it's head or tails. The craziness of it is that this kind of fuzzy behavior isn't confined to just electrons. from what I understand, all matter, like the stuff that makes up our bodies, the sun, planet Earth, the cosmos, all matter at that sort of particle level works in this weird fuzzy way. So another interesting learning is that physical distance is not what it seems to be. So a quantum computer needs to support basic Boolean operations, and not, right? To do this, they use this technique called entanglement. So you bring these two electrons super close together. And when you do so, they'll start spinning in opposite directions. One would spin upwards and the other would spin downwards. Now, the crazy thing is, if you measured one of these electrons and see that, hey, it's spinning upwards, then instantly the other electron would be spinning downwards. And the change in the spin of that other electron, based on all experiments that people have done over the years, that change happens instantly. Not at the speed of light, but instantly. So imagine if somehow we took these two electrons and we separated them and we placed them on opposite ends of the known universe. When we measure one electron, the change would happen instantly to the other electron.
Hello,
on the other end
Hunter.
of the cosmos.
How you doing, buddy?
Now, what the heck does that mean?
Still here, man.
Does it mean that faster than light communications is actually possible?
Don't worry about it.
Like
Don't worry about it. It's okay, man. You coming back means a lot. Don't worry about it. I'm still here, just sitting here watching YouTube.
Maybe our entire universe.
Since I don't have a laptop or anything, I just watch YouTube on here and just, every once in a while. Until I can get a laptop, a new laptop, and then, do what I want to do with my, both, whoever's watching here, we'll all watch YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, do whatever on the media, and then I'll do my reaction that way. Till then, this is the best I could do. Whether you can hear it or not, I don't know. Talking about quantum computing. Hope you're doing all right.
You do something in the present.
Well, that's good to hear you're busy.
That present action changes
I'm happy to hear
the
that.
past. Weird stuff like this breaks the laws of cause and effect. It's like saying
I'm busy right now,
visited
just
by someone from the
selling my
future.
crypto prices.
Doesn't that mean the future has already
Buying some crypto that's been going down right
everything that
now.
we're doing right now is already
See what tomorrow with the stock
predetermined?
market's going to
This kind of
happen.
stuff
I got a
honestly
feeling
makes you
stuff's going to go
question
down
if
again
we have
tomorrow.
free will at all. So,
That was a bad
at
deal.
some point in this mad
China.
journey, I got a bit too deep into the rabbit hole.
Trump went over there with his entourage of billionaires, and he pretty much told the get the fuck out. And like, no, we don't want your chips. That's all right. We got a little place next to us that's got all the chips that we're going to need. I think that's what it is. This is what I think. I think Trump goes, look, you can buy our chips from NVIDIA right now. We're making all the chips right now, all the chips in the world. We beat the world. We're going to take over Taiwan as making chips, and you can buy our chips. They're like top notch. They're the best in the world, the greatest. Da 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 da. And then once we get all settled and everything, you can do whatever you want with Taiwan. I'm sure that was probably discussed. That's what it was. I'm sure, dude, as arrogant as Trump is, that's probably something that came out of his mouth. That he can do whatever he wants. Well, I'm sure that's what probably happened. Dude, I'm sure that's what happened, dude. I'm sure it was Trump's mouth, dude, that just ruined it. Are you doing some talk streams? But school is over in a week. I've been on in a while, man. I've been on since, I don't know. I've been on and off a little bit, but just like little short videos and not, just, put nothing on. But yeah, I'm going to try to do more every week. Every day, like I used to before. I just kind of fell through, I just wasn't feeling well. School's over in a week, huh? Right on. What was I going to look for? I totally forgot what I was going to look for now. Oh, Anyways, dude, this guy's over my. I don't want to subscribe to that channel, dude. What the fuck, dude?
Bill doesn't just move money. We give your business the power to eliminate complex financial workflows. Our platform is built on a $1 trillion foundation of secure payments. Get expertise you can't fake. Talk with an expert at bill.com/proven.
I just found out my Cash App. Not only you can buy crypto, you can like get stocks, but I don't like the platform. I don't like how it's, I don't know how it's gonna work. So I'm not. I need you for the crypto. Actually, I got the crypto right now where it rounds up. And it worked yesterday when I was at 8 p.m.
Thousands of years ago.
I received this one.
There's a passage in.
But today, we went this morning today, and then I got some energy drinks. It didn't round it up. It just did a straight sale. I don't know how that worked. I don't know how that works. How does that work? If I did that, I went there, but the straight sell, but I somehow get changed back. Oh well, that don't make sense, does it? NYSE preps for massive 24/7 trading tokenization revolution. See, that's where you go, guys. It's been happening, but now it's going. Ya ves? Preps for massive 24/7 trading tokenization revolution. Yes, tú. It's starting to happen. Oh, it's right there. Ahí están las llaves. Es que se pega y se dobla la llave. Si no pongo la otra. Parece que va a llover también. All right. So we'll be here. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. No problem. Well, whenever you stop by, I appreciate it, by the way. Hunter, you've been here for a while, man. For the people that have been here for the longest and come here on a regular basis, I'm going to somehow incentivize that in a way, okay? Once this channel grows a little bit more, we're at like 536, 538, something like that. And me and a couple. All of us lose one. It's always the same person. Since day one, man. It's just one person, man. It's just, this person always joins and drops, like times a day sometimes, depending on what I say, I think it is. This person used to comment all the time, just off the wall stuff, and I just had to put them on timeout. And they've been on timeout this whole time. Everybody else, I've kind of like let back on. They can comment, they can do whatever. But this one person just got started getting a little weird. A little too weird. Maria Bartimores, huh? Wow.
The New York Stock Exchange is embarking on its biggest chapter yet, a 24/7 global infrastructure and digital assets platform, pushing to tokenize securities, private credit, mortgage securities, energy markets, and data products, even prediction markets. And now the man leading the charge, the chairman and CEO of Intercontinental Exchanges, which acquired the NYSE back in 2013, Jeffrey Sparko.
It's great to be here with you.
Wow, congratulations. 234 years. New York Stock Exchange. What does that mean to you?
Well, first of all, it means a lot to be here with you. It used to be a business where it was men in suits and it was completely unapproachable and people didn't understand it. And as a result of you going down there and breaking open the walls, now everybody understands capital formation.
It's cold.
Literally open an account in your living room or your kitchen overnight and start trading. And so thank you for that.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we're excited about America 250.
Whoa, 440, 488 tax gold now.
Sworn in as our first president on Wall Street. I think realize
I can't get a whole coin though. That's the thing. That's 4,488.
Across the street from the New York Stock Exchange, correct? And those brokers began under the buttonwood tree syndicating the debt so that they could pay the president and our first Congress in the building across the street. And that created the New York Stock Exchange. So the history of this country and the
It's even
history
slow
of
right
our
here,
company
man. It's
are
a
completely intertwined.
44,
You
8806.
the birth of a
I got
democracy
44,
and the
83,
Democratic Republic
45.
and the birth of the U.S. capital markets, which today are the biggest and best in the world.
Absolutely. I said it a
Fucking
moment
dipping
ago,
good
the
right
deepest,
now,
most
dude.
liquid markets in the world. So much has changed over that time, and now you are in the seat to change things even further. So when you look at where we've come from and where we're going, how do you assess?
So Pax Gold
Financial
PAXG
control
offers
has
investors
always been
exposed to
earned
physical
without
gold,
technology.
with
And
each
people
token
want
backed
more
by one-on-one
information, better,
by the
faster,
troy
cheaper,
ounce gold held in
and it
custody
shouldn't
by
be lost on
Paxos
us
Trust.
when the president
The gold that's
wants to
stored.
project the image of the United
Dude,
States to the
just
Chinese.
go down over there,
What did he
dude.
take?
Come
He
on.
didn't fill Air Force One full of generals.
There
He
you
put
go.
in a business leader.
Here.
Many,
Here.
many tech that are
There you go.
technology forward.
Lay that right
and
there.
many
Good boy.
financial services. We had Visa,
There you go.
MasterCard,
Those my hoodies.
Citibank, BlackRock, Blackstone, Goldman Sachs, and Lynn Martin from the New York Stock Exchange. This is a projection of where our country is going.
Okay, gold stored by LBME approved vaults consist of 400-ounce London gold delivered bars. PSG is commonly used to hedge against crypto markets volatility and is priced designed to track spot price gold. Pax ensures is pegged. Risen gold we hodl holders. Now the Tether gold. The bad word. Let me turn this off. It's cold.
You talked a bit about bringing the NYC into blockchain and all these new
44,
areas.
79, 63. I've been waiting for that all day today.
I think what is really going on is that
Okay, according to Tether Gold, the XAUT is a digital asset backed one by one by the LBMA certified physical gold storage Swiss vaults, offering digital ownership, 24/7 trading, and redemption options. That's the thing. That's what they're trying to say here earlier, that they're skeptical about Tether because they're saying that they can't prove that they're backing up anything with money or even gold now, I guess. That's alright. I don't care, dude. That's alright. That's okay. What is it? 4484.
the internet, distributed everywhere in the world, move capital as you and I sleep. And we're going to have to change not only the technology, but the way our legal construct works, how these things will settle, what will happen in a bankruptcy. But we're globalizing these markets. And what's really good for the United States is it's all happening in US dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
4480. So I got 4449. Let's see if it drops even more.
Exporting our stocks, our bonds, our capital markets easily over the internet is allowing that thing to be dollar denominated. You've got kids in Korea and Vietnam and Malaysia that want to own the Magnificent Seven. And they know Google, they know Amazon, they know Apple, and they want to own these stocks. So we got to keep them listed here. We want to keep them in U.S. dollars, and we want to export that access around the world.
Now, when you look at sort of expansion, you also made a huge investment in Market. This is a prediction market, and a lot of people wonder what's going on with these prediction markets. Is this gambling? Is this just making a bet on everything?
No, it's predicting.
How do you see prediction markets?
I do think for us, we're very financial oriented, not so much sports gambling, but we do see that sports interest is going to expand access.
It's not just sports, dude. It's on the weather. It's on.
And everything, and it is democratizing and making it easy. If you want to put your money behind your opinion and put it out there so that people can see it, we'll gather that all up. And honestly, that's the most democratic way that markets can work it really will export our system of government around the world.
Jeff, explain tokenization. Do you think every market will be tokenized where I don't have to buy a whole share of a company, I can buy a token of a share?
Yeah, I think what people don't realize is by law, the New York Stock Exchange has to close at 4:30. By law, the New York Stock Exchange can only trade a whole share. By law, the New York Stock Exchange can only trade down to a penny. But if you want to just buy $20 worth of stock, take the new Trump accounts, for example, where the government is going to put $1,000 in every newborn's account.
You can buy a token
and have them
worth
buy
the
a broad
company.
base of stocks. You're going to need to be able to buy a fractional share and with a fractional penny, and you want to do that 24/7, 365. That's what tokenization is going to allow.
Wow, that is so fascinating. Jeff, when you look at this list, the American originals that we put up, the New York Stock Exchange old.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next investor webinar, where you can drill deeper into our 9 to 13% annual interest rate bond offerings.
Oh, there goes back up, 40-49.
An emerging leader in the oil and gas industry. In 2024, Phoenix Energy rose to become the 11th most prolific oil and gas operator in the Williston Basin, one of America's top producing regions. We are now right alongside industry giants like ConocoPhillips and EOG, and plan to continue rising in the rankings. Our daily production rates have risen as high as 18,000 barrels of oil per day. We've sold more than 4 million barrels, and we're just getting started. We hope to see you at our brief webinar. In less than 1 hour, you will learn more about our 9 to 13% annual interest rate bond offerings and the U.S. oil and gas sector. These Regulation D 506 bond offerings are open to accredited investors. Our team will guide you through the details and how to get started. Sign up for the webinar and start your journey with Phoenix Energy today.
That's why Money Metals